Welcome in, y'all. Happy Wednesday. I did not fall asleep. I was just running late because I knew I was gonna be late because I was like, oh, I still need to do this and that and this and that and set all this up and plug this stuff in. But if I'm gonna be late, I might as well have everything plugged up. And so everything is set up. Did that cost me 2 more minutes? Yes, but everything's set up. You're welcome. You know, quality is important, right? And this is something that I used to do in terms of like actual work whenever I had job and responsibilities and stuff. If I was gonna be late, I had to make sure that like I was fully ready to go. And that's not to say I would mean like, oh, well, I'm not mentally ready, even though I never was. Therefore, I'm coming in 2 hours late. Like, no, I would be there, like within 15 minutes usually of the arrival time, but I would make sure that I had everything, that I wouldn't get there and be like, oh, I forgot these materials, I forgot this, or like, I don't have this ready to go. I made sure all my stuff was ready to go. And like, that's a good work ethic to have. Now, it's better to be on time, but if you're gonna be late, make sure that you have all your ducks in a row. It's very important. The infamous Windows update. Oh man, no. Is there a Windows update actually? Hold on. I can check that. Nope, no Windows update. Let's go. Oh, I hate those. It's always like, they always come at the awkwardest times, and so every time that like, I usually just like put them off till later, and then I'm like, oh, don't worry, Windows, I'm gonna do it whenever I'm shutting down my computer. And it's like, okay, me and Windows, we have a decently okay relationship. But yeah, welcome in Your Name, welcome in Lizzie, welcome in Godzilla, welcome in Yurkun, welcome in Antonio. How's y'all's Wednesday been? Hope it's treating you well. And yeah, it feels like it's been honestly, it feels like it's been a really short day. I woke up kind of late, or like, I woke up early, but then I started the day late because I woke up with like, with pain and stuff. I was like, my eyes hurt and they burn, and like my back is kind of sore, like I slept funny, and my arm is like weirdly sore too. Like if I like stretch it out and leave it flat, I'm like looking at my arm now. When I like stretch it out and like extend the elbow enough, it's like sore, and I don't know why. I went for a walk yesterday, okay? I went for like a really, really long walk yesterday, and so in theory, the only thing that should be sore is my legs, but they are not. It's my arm, which is very weird. Welcome in, Shoot22. How are you? How's your day been going? Hope it's going well. Hope you're not sore, and hopefully you don't get sick. It's about that time where everyone starts getting sick. I hope that I will not fall victim to that. I did have to take medicine today, but it wasn't for like anything that I felt sick or like, because usually when I get sick, I get like a high temperature and like my head will hurt, my eyes will hurt, but in like specific ways, like I can feel whenever I'm about to get sick. This pain like that I got this morning was not like related to the pains that I usually get whenever I'm starting to get sick, so I don't know what they were, but I hope they're nothing bad, because I still need to finish filling out forms to get to get insurance, so I can't afford it right now. A bit like for both sickness and soreness. Exactly, because it happened ever since I woke up, right, which was like relatively early in the day, but it's just like, this has been my entire day, okay, like an entire full breakdown. I fell asleep early last night, right? Believe it or not, I actually fell asleep early because I had a big meal, and so I felt sleepy, and I had finished my work for the day, so I was like, okay, let me just go to bed. It'll be fine. I'll deal with like everything else tomorrow morning. Since I'm gonna go to sleep early, I should wake up early, so I'll be able to handle it then, right? That's what I told myself. So I fell asleep early. Turns out my body is so used to going to sleep late that it only sleeps for about 3 hours. Like its cycle is like 3 hours, and I know it's not healthy, I know it's not normal, but that's what happened. So I woke up around like 1, 2 in the morning, and then that's whenever I was up. And so, like I did a couple things, and then I wanted to fall back to sleep, right? I could not fall back to sleep. So I stayed up till like 3 a.m. And like, the thing is, that's like kind of normal sleeping time for me. So like, it took me hours, okay, on my phone to get sleepy again, because I didn't know what else to do. I couldn't just like, oh, let me go for a jog, from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Like, no, I'm not. I'm too scared to go outside or something. I couldn't do much to tire myself out other than being on my phone, so I just had to wait till like my eyes got tired, and that took a while, and then eventually I fell asleep. And then when I woke up, it might have been because, essentially the 3-hour sleep plus however many hours. Let's see, I woke up around 7, I fell asleep around 3, so that's 7 hours in total, but they were segmented, so I don't know if it's really like the best amount of sleep. But yeah, no, it was not that great of a sleep. And then I woke up, and then from there, I I ate breakfast, and then I'm not gonna tell y'all my breakfast because y'all are gonna make fun of me, but I came to my computer, I started like setting up things, I started working on thumbnails and then editing, and that's why I released like a clip earlier today to make up for yesterday because I kind of fell behind schedule on that. And you know, just like setting up a bunch of other stuff, right? And then literally that's why I'm a little bit late. I ran a little late with like making schedule updates, making thumbnails and stuff, and then now we're here. Like so much of the day has literally been spent doing like 3 things. I think editing is the thing that took me the longest because like the way that I get clips is so not unconventional, but it's inefficient, and I can recognize that. But you know, it's the only it's the only way that I have to do it right now, so you know, I gotta make do with what I can. I both end up having some of the best chicken noodle soup I've had in years right now. Yo, that's good. I love chicken noodle soup. It's brothy and then like warm, and it's the best whenever you're sick. It's subpar whenever you're not sick. Like it's not bad, it's just not that great whenever you're not sick, but it hits different whenever you're sick. I can say that, man, because like I had some let me check if I can let me check if I can say that. Locations, because like I'm never sure. Whoa. I'm never sure where exactly things are, so I don't want to say something and be like, oh yeah, this is down the street, and then to find out, hey, these don't exist everywhere else, because it's pretty big where I live, but I'm pretty sure it's everywhere. Let's see, I'm opening I'm opening a corporate website to look at their locations to double check. I'm pretty sure if they have a corporate website, they exist in other locations in here, but just in case, you know, just in case. You can never be too sure. Stop it. Just show me. Where are y'all? Where are you? And I'm so sorry. Oh man. Okay, yeah, Panera. Yeah, that's a pretty big restaurant, but also I wasn't sure. I'm a little embarrassed, but you know, just in case, right? Because it's always the restaurants that I don't go to often that is like, oh yeah, because that only exists in this state, and I'm like, okay, so then I can't say that one. Oh my god, people get sick. I haven't been sick in 13 years. Yo, it must be nice. I think it was like earlier this year actually, I got sick with a summer cold, which is completely new to me, but yeah, I'm no stranger to sickness. Not to say that I'm sick all the time, it's just, you know, common. Very common for me. Did a dumb and ate old Popeyes burger. Ugh, that's not good. I actually had Popeyes earlier today. I had red beans and rice. I really like the red beans and rice. Got food poisoning today. Oh no, I hope you recover. Welcome in, Emu. Ah man, I have no remedies for food poisoning, to be honest. I don't think I've ever experienced it, and you know, I hope to keep it that way, but I really hope you recover. I know that stuff can be uncomfortable. I've seen my dad go through it, and it's just like, that does not look fun. Was a good burger, but not worth getting sick. I felt that. It's the ones that it's the ones that you get sick from that are never worth it. I swear. Like, cause sometimes like they're worth it. You know, they're still good. They still got that like last bit of kick in them, and then you don't get sick, and it's just like, well, it was fine. And so then you get all confident, you take the next try, and then that's when you get sick. YouTube didn't auto start the stream when it started. Hi Paprika. Hi Lizzie, how are you? Hope your day's going well. And yeah, that happens a lot whenever, like, the waiting rooms on YouTube are kind of tricky. They they keep you there for a while. The amount of like waiting rooms that I've been in, and I always make sure to like quickly refresh because of that, because I know that they will like stick you in there and keep you in there. So it's like so weird. I once faked having food poisoning to get off work. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I feel like it's pretty easy to fake, because like nobody's gonna double check, you know, nobody's gonna be like, oh yeah, prove it, send me pictures, because nobody wants to see that. So it's probably like one of the easiest sicknesses, I think, to fake, and that like, you know, won't be morally bad for faking, because there's other ones too, but like you shouldn't fake all sicknesses. Welcome in, Radioactive Penguin. How are you doing? Hope your day's going well. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, food sickness. No, just, you know, don't get sick. It's kind of around that time. It is around, no, wait, actually, when is the time that people get sick? Because I realize now that I think that might be around August, and we're in October, so that's like, what, 2 months of a difference? Which is a pretty big, it's a pretty big gap if you ask me. So I may have said that without thinking. But it's just, I'm so used to hearing like, oh yeah, you know, it's around that time that we get sick, so, you know, be careful, wash your hands, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And like, still, wash your hands, even if we're not in this season, right? It's disgusting, wash your hands. But just in case, right? Just to cover my bases, I guess. Oh man, whoa, Paprika, a little late today, aren't we? I don't know what you could possibly be talking about. Yeah, no. I had to speedrun setting everything up. Because, like, I looked at the time, right? And then I looked at what all I had to do, and I was like, I'm gonna be late either way. So I made sure that I even got a water bottle. I made sure I was thoroughly prepared. Everything is working. I'm not ashamed of myself for being late today, because at least everything is set up. I can make myself throw up, so I did. I called them and fake food. They told me to stop and get better. Oh my god. Oh my god, I don't know how much I can condone that. Because, like, I definitely, like, okay, so I was a receptionist at one point, right? And so there were moments where people would call and they'd be like, hey, I can't make it in today because, like, this and that, because, like, we kind of managed a bunch of different work sites. And so at one point it was like, yeah, I can't come because I'm going to, like, my brother's funeral and something, and this and that, and this and that, or like, oh, one of my family members got diagnosed with this and that, and this and that. And so they're telling me all this, and I'm sitting there as a receptionist like, I can't do anything with this information. I need to, you know, first get the information as to who is exactly over you, and then send you to them, who can then do something. So I'm like sitting through all this like unskippable dialogue where it's just like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm so sorry this is happening to you, but please, can you answer my question that I initially asked? Like, who's your supervisor? Oh, it's so awkward. Oh my gosh. I forget how you're doing today. I'm doing pretty good, Godzilla. How are you doing? On my 3rd serving of soup? Ooh, that must be good soup then, if it's a 3rd serving. Because, like, I usually only make it to 2nd servings, and then from there, I'm usually, like, pretty full. I start already getting sleepy. Oh man, I should have taken a sick day today just so I can hang out and chat. I'm pretty good, sadly. I'm at work, so I can't stay. I'll stop back in if I can, but I bring a bad joke to make up for it. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. Oh my god. That impasta looking kind of sus. I wonder if, like, is there... Because, like, there's a bunch of pastas, right? How many different pastas are there? So I wonder if there's, like... If there's an actual, like, pasta shape or something that could, like, work better. Because, like, impasta is pretty funny. But, like that one feels kind of like what's it called? Horseshoeing? Yeah, horseshoeing I think is the right word. So, like, I wonder if there's nothing, because there's, like, a bunch of pasta. I don't know why I'm talking about pasta now. Oh, man. But yeah, have a safe day at work, Radioactive Penguin. You know, make sure to have fun as most as you can. I know it's a job, but, you know, if you can, have fun. At the expense of no one else, you know. Make sure everyone's safe. I'm doing okay, just eating some ice cream. Ooh, nice ice cream in the cold weather. I used to eat... Okay, so... Very quick anecdote, right? Before I go ahead and switch scenes. But I used to work at this office, right? And in that office, whenever, like, at the street level, there was a basement under where, like, if you work there during lunchtime, which we never did, right? But if you work there during the lunch rush, then you would be able to go under the building in order to get to, like, tunnels under the city or whatever. And they also had some, like, food places there. And so one of the little food places, and I say this in air quotes, right? Food places, because it was just, like, essentially a vending machine, but it was one of those where, like, it makes a thing. It was a very fancy machine. Not really. It sold frozen yogurt, okay? So it wasn't the most popular machine. There were never any lines, especially since we worked there around, like, the winter months and stuff. So, you know, who was gonna be eating frozen yogurt in the winter months? Me. Paprika was eating frozen yogurt in the winter months. I would get this, like, chocolate frozen yogurt with, like, chocolate sprinkles, and it was the best thing ever. It didn't melt fast because it was so cold, and I was always, like, shivering while eating it. Would I recommend it? Honestly, yeah, it was good. Now, don't do it, you know, if you get sick easily because of the cold and stuff. And I wasn't, like, standing outside in, like, the gustling wind or whatever and, like, oh my gosh, you know, I wasn't exposing myself to the elements or anything. I was always, like, eating it inside, but even inside, right by the doors, it was cold, so... But it tasted good, you know? If it works, so I feel you. I'd eat frozen yogurt in the winter months. Yeah, exactly. Frozen stiff and annoying in the summer. Exactly. No such thing as bad jokes. Only see dad jokes. Exactly. No such thing as a bad joke. Winter's the best time for ice cream and frozen dessert. Exactly. It takes away that whole, like, oh man, you have, like, limited time to eat it and stuff. Nah, you can take your time and eat it. It's amazing. Alright, so here we go. We're starting back. I efficiently, look, everything's working. Everything's working. Good job, me. and I even have the music set up. I say as I struggle to find my mouse. And put pause there, and then go over here, and boom. Look at me. Everything was connected. Good job. I know that's like one of the bare minimums, but that means that I'm proud of myself that I actually went and did that. Oh man, but yeah. Like, ice cream is really good, but in the winter months it just hits differently, and I don't know why, because like I don't crave cold things that much in the heat. Only under specific circumstances. I guess you have to be outside more in order to crave cold things, but like even then, I just want like room temperature stuff. Not that it has to be like warm, right? But room temperature specifically, like, you know, around 70 degrees, that type of area is what I want. So like a nice bowl of cereal and stuff. A nice chilled bowl of cereal. Okay, what is this? Oh! There we go. Oh, I didn't get the memos up. Yo, welcome in, Doozits. No worries, no worries. Remember, time doesn't really exist. It only really exists for me. And even then, I still show up late. Time is a social construct. That's what I was trying to say. And I did say, right? Right? You heard me say that. Oh, man. But yeah, I'm totally not procrastinating coloring. I noticed that, like, last time I was like, oh yeah, you know, it's time to color, and then I was like, oh, let me look at this, so, and what about this, and what about that, and so I kind of procrastinated. So this time I'm like, there's no procrastinating, it must happen now. I think the main thing that scares me is that I'm not sure how to color, in the sense of like, I don't have a specific technique in mind, so like, it's scary when you don't know, whoops, how exactly you want it to come out, you know? It's not what I want. It kind of works. I'm like struggling, like, do I try and use the like cool thing where it's like, oh, fill in, but because there's so many lines, it won't really work out that good. That'll work. I'll just pick and choose as I need. I used to use this one a lot, but then my line art became a lot more complicated after I first started using it, so then it kind of like lost its ability to work. Highly recommend this brush though if you don't have that complex line art. I don't even know what it's called. It's like, I can't read it, but this one. They have different uses and stuff, but I always use the pink one. Heads up, silly fan art's coming soon? Yo, bet. I love fan art. Oh my god, it's my favorite thing. I always like sit there and like kick my feet. I'm just like, oh my god, look, I got fan art. I literally am like a mom or something where like I'll go and I'll show my siblings and stuff, and I'm like, look at what somebody made. It makes me so happy, like genuinely. I know it's kind of like lame, but I like it, and it's not lame to me, you know? Let's see, coloring is fun. It is. It's only like stressful when you want it to be good, and I am constantly seeking perfection. Transform into the hug. Yo! No more Herobrine? There we go. There we go. This should be good. I think I'll try and put everything on like different layers. I'm one of those freaks that like, oh, I'm gonna use 20 different layers to color this one thing. Well, no. It's just like, I'll do a flat color layer, and then I'll do like a bunch of rendering on top of that. And occasionally I'll like, oh, use blending modes and stuff like this, but not always. I'm in no way a constant person. That's not lame. Appreciating your fans is good. I wish I could art. I felt that. I thoroughly believe that I can't art. I've seen some art and it's just like, whew, man. Like, y'all know those digital painters? Those are amazing. There's this, what is it? It's a Chinese anime, but I forget what they're called whenever they're that. Because I know they're not technically called anime, but it's called Link Click, right? Highly recommend watching it. It's very cool. I think season 2 just came out. I haven't watched it. But the artist for that one, because I think it started off as like a novel or something, their art is like so pretty. It's just like, oh, it's so pretty. I think the main issue is I don't like a consistent style of art. As in, like, some artists that I follow, they use like hard shadows and stuff, and some use more like a painterly look, and so it's very like blended and stuff. And some, like, they don't even focus on coloring. Some it's just like the line art that I like and stuff like that. And so trying to figure out what style I want to develop, that's a hard part, because sometimes I'll study someone with like, you know, very not blended colors, and sometimes someone with like very saturated colors, and sometimes someone with like not very saturated colors. So it's just like constantly trying to figure out, okay, whose do I want to emulate? And it's like, I don't know, I just want to be good like them. Oh man, I'm going to rest now as I still have work tomorrow. Yeah, make sure to get some rest. Yeah, definitely don't stay up like me. Try and get some good Z's in, because it can very much affect your mental health, your physical health, and all that jazz. And trust me, no one wants to deal with that. No one. There we go. Oh yeah, be safe, drink your milk, eat your vegetables, don't talk to strangers, or at least try and use your best judgment. And I'll see you next time. Yes, more Herobrine. I'm Herobrine, also your best friend. Yes, I am. Wait, oh. I thought you meant like your best friend. Like you are. Like me. I was like, yeah, I am. But now I see what you mean. Like that you are also best friend. Gotcha. It's clicking. Very slowly but surely. There we go. Maybe the goal in art is to have a little fun. Just a little bit, not a lot. You can't have too much fun when you're doing art. That's not true. Don't listen to what I say, kids. Have fun with your art. I'm just saying stuff because I'm trying not to like color too fast. Because, you know, the more you rush stuff, the like not consistently less quality it has, but it can affect the quality if you're not careful. And so I want this to come out good. So with that, I'm going to try and be careful. There we go. This one, that one, right there. Color that. Man, I really need to find the pen nibs. I can like feel it scratch against the like film that's on this tablet, and I feel bad. I feel very bad. And there's like, I'll post a picture later on Twitter, but there's like very clear scratch marks in the middle, because I draw in the middle of my drawing tablet, and so there's like I can see it on the screen. That's how bad it is. I wonder if there's a way to like replace the screen coating of it. I'm pretty sure there is, because like I can feel where it is, and I could peel it up if I wanted to, but there's no reason to do that. I don't want to mess something up. Let's see, how does... Okay, so there is a lighter. Color there. Good to know, good to know. Wait, so if I'm not allowed to talk to strangers, how am I supposed to grow at work? Well, that's why I always include the, like, kind of, what's it called? Disclaimer, or at least try and use your best judgment, you know? Because, like, I mean, talk to strangers, right? Socialize as need be. But also, don't be like, oh, hi stranger, and the stranger's like shady, and you know, they have like, I don't know, it's like a long trench coat wearing person with a fedora, and they're like, give me all of your social security number and your bank passwords, please, and you know, don't be like, okay, here you go. I really doubt that that's gonna bring any good, you know. As much as we all want to believe that it's secretly a YouTuber doing a like, oh my god, this is a social experiment and you just won $10,000. Thank you for trusting a random person. I don't think that's very common. So I don't think I can really recommend that. Hey kid, want some candy? Exactly like that. Oh man. I don't... Like, okay, I am so... How to say it? Like, not nervous, but cautious about new people. Like, I don't think I have social anxiety per se, but I do have anxiety. And so, like, I hear so many stories, right? About, like, oh, yeah, this person, like, broke in and stuff, and this person, like, they got their car stolen, this person got jumped and stuff. And it's very scary to hear about, you know? And so I'm always, like, very cautious whenever I go out, especially whenever I'm alone, right? With friends, you know, my guard's, like, a little down, and just in the sense of, like, I know that they're also on the lookout, too, so I don't have to necessarily, like, constantly keep looking over my shoulder and stuff, because there's safety in numbers and such, right? But whenever I'm alone, I like literally am just like very to myself. And so the other day I went to the grocery store, right? And I had headphones in and I was listening to like the Mario Kart soundtrack. And it was that same day on Twitter. I don't know if any of y'all saw, but I posted like, don't procrastinate going to the grocery store because it takes longer than you think. But I'd gone there and I went by the bakery section to get something. And then this one person like came by and he kind of like talked to me and he was like, "Oh, is the bread warm?" Because you know I was getting some bread, and I was like, "Oh no, it's cold." And then like he giggled and I giggled and then I felt really awkward and I was like, what if I've become a target? What if it's one of those shows where it's like, little does she know, now she's being targeted and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so I just got like weirdly anxious and so I did like this weird zigzag pattern across the entire store so that if anybody was following me, I would have run into them. And nobody was following me. It was just me zooming through the grocery store listening to a Mario Kart soundtrack while I picked up groceries every now and then. So you probably don't have to be that vigilant, but you know, better safe than sorry, you know? I'd rather zoom around and kind of be a little bit like a goofball as opposed to being unaware of my surroundings and then, you know, getting caught in something that I would prefer to have avoided. Good Zimun music? Exactly. Let's see. Over here. Honestly, I highly recommend, like, you know, of course, keep one earbud out or, like, be vigilant of your surroundings and stuff, but listening to Mario Kart soundtrack is very funny to do at grocery stores while you're zooming around, because anytime I would be, like, rounding a corner super fast, I would be like, oh my god, I get, like, flashes to my drift and stuff. It's very fun. Oh, man. I love me a good coconut mall moment. It's just fun. I wish I could do that more often, just listen to like random little game soundtracks while I'm running errands. I usually do to some extent, it's occasionally like Nintendo music and stuff. Sometimes it'll be like I have a have this one playlist saved that's like 3 hours of silence and every, I think 30 minutes, the yellow Pikmin makes a Pikmin sound, right? And I don't know, I like listening to that because then in my brain it's like I'm doing something, you know? And so it gives me that little bit of serotonin where it's like, but you are listening to something, you are doing something, and occasionally it'll jump scare me. It's very funny. I live for that little, you know, adrenaline rush. Very fun. I saw a clip of a comedy show a bit with just a girl tricked a guy to hold her hand and he was like, started for a full minute. Am I on camera right now? Oh, that's weird. Like she just went up to him and like, can you hold my hand? Or how exactly? Because I can't imagine a scenario where someone's like, hey, can you hold my hand? Without it being like why are you asking to hold hands? You know? I'm just a naturally very cautious person. There we go. Am I on top of the lines? No, I'm on bottom. Okay, good. That's a good thing. Yeah, this color should be good, I think. I hope. My plan, I think, is flat colors and then rendering. The only thing is I'm not sure how to render it because usually with rendering, you gotta have a background and stuff. Or some type of, like, lighting decision. I haven't decided any lighting. So I'm, like, truly flying blind. But I'm sure it'll come to me when it needs to. It usually does. Sometimes it doesn't. In which case, you know, I'll just have to... I don't know, I'll have to figure it out. The same way that most people do. I feel like that's a pretty common thing, though. Not knowing what the background and stuff is gonna be in art. It's very rare that, like, you approach a drawing without things changing. And even more rare to approach a drawing and have the idea, like the first idea that you have, be the one that you come out with. Because the amount of times that, like, I pick up a sketchbook or something and I'm like, oh, I want to make this. And so I'll start drawing it and I'm like, actually, I hate the perspective. Or, like, I can't draw perspective in this specific thing that I want to portray. So I gotta find a different way to portray that. That happens a lot. So, you know, it's not that strange, I think. There we go. Hey Susan, can you hold this? It's really heavy. Held his hand. Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. I've seen that one. They just like stand there and it's just like it's that weird like anxiety moment where it's like, do I say anything? Is it like one of those like brain fart moments? Are they gonna correct themselves? It's kind of like two people walk into an elevator and like they both, I don't know, have something in their arms, so like they're kind of waiting for the other person to hit the elevator button or something, and no one does, and they just kind of stand there. Like that part. That part of like, are you gonna do anything? Are you not? Hello? Oh man. The only thing kind of similar that I've experienced to that is one time I was walking into this building, and it was this building with like a bunch of these like, you know, businessmen, right? You know, businessmen in business suits with what's it called? Those briefcases and stuff, right? It's very like business building and stuff. And I went in and I was on my phone, right? I was on my phone. And so I have headphones in and I'm walking face down, but I have like really good peripheral vision, like somewhat good peripheral vision, I'll say, because there's some things that like I don't pay attention to. But I was specifically tuning into my peripheral vision so I could see while I was on my phone. And so I was like walking towards the elevators that I usually do. And as I'm going and I'm rounding the corner, this other man is coming off of the elevators and he's also rounding that same corner. So we stop before we collide or whatever, and then we do that weird shuffle where it's like left, right, and I thought it was funny. At this point, I hadn't looked up from my phone because I didn't need to. I was very aware of what was going on. And so, you know, I kind of laughed because it was funny. It happened like 3 times. Like, what are the odds, right? He was so upset. I didn't actually look at this man's face, but the only thing that happened after that is that like I just stayed still and he was like, can you move? And then he like moved to the other side and went around me or whatever. And then that's whenever I looked up from my phone and I just kind of looked at him like, damn, okay. Then I got on the elevator and went about my day, but it was just like, I thought it was funny, right? Like that's a very funny thing to me that happens, you know? It's very comedic and he's just like oh man. The shuffle, exactly. I try to keep to myself when around other people. Eyes forward, personal bubble, don't speak unless spoken. It sounds ridiculous out loud, but being misunderstood is a fear of mine. I felt that. That and like I don't know what to talk about. And like y'all have heard some of the random topics that I'll bring up and stuff. I don't I feel like I can't bring that up in like person, you know? Because they're gonna look at you and they're gonna be like, what makes you say that? Like, why are you bringing that up? And it's just like, I don't really know. It just seemed like a good idea at the moment, but now you're looking at me like that, and I regret everything. Okay, good. The hair and the ears are the same color. Right there. I think I'm gonna have to make them more red, because this is like too orangey. And in the reference, it's like more almost pinkish, I want to say. It has a more like pink hue. I'm trying to think like in RGB, like what scale, because it didn't scale up the red. I think it scaled up the blue and the green a little bit, because the dark parts kind of look like brown, and so that's red and green coming in. But there's like a tint of blue because it's slightly purple. I don't know if y'all if y'all get it, because it's kind of like weird. I swear, sometimes whenever I'm looking at colors, it feels like I'm trying to read a horoscope or something. Like, oh, there's a slight bit of, you know, this, because Mars is in retrograde and stuff like that. I remember reading somewhere where it was like, yeah, Mars is in Gatorade right now, and I was like, oh, that sounds about right. Oh, man. Oh, if I'm with friends, yeah, it's a different dynamic. Depends on who's carrying the convo. Exactly. Red and green equals yellow, so yeah, it needs blue. Yeah, exactly. Red and green, wait. Red and green don't equal yellow. Wait a minute, was that a test? Red and green is brown. Green and, no wait, blue and yellow. Blue and yellow is what's green. In RGB they do? Is it? Red and green. I think that's wrong. Maybe, hold on. How do I do these again? Edit. Tonal correction. Is it? I think it's color balance. This one's CYK. I can't. Wait. It has both. Okay, wait. Will it edit just the layer? I don't remember. Red, green. I think I'm editing the wrong thing. I wanted to test it on like white. I needed a... Okay, cancel. Now I know how to do that. Give me a second while... There's like certain things that I know and certain things that I don't. Am I able to do that? No, I'm not able to on the background. Oh well. Oh well. That is actually true, yeah. It is? Oh my gosh, I'm so used to like talking about colors and like acrylic paints and stuff. That's where a majority of my knowledge comes from. Because there's not a lot of like digital art classes, you know what I mean? So I just had to make do with all the traditional art classes. So, honestly, I would believe it. Light mix is different from paint because you're adding emission patterns instead of absorption patterns. That does fucking make sense. Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, I remember there was this like Photoshop class that I took that I didn't really understand much of. Cause like, it like, I don't know, it didn't really test us in the sense of like I actually learned anything. It more so tested our ability to read a book. To read a book and then copy the directions word for word. And so it was a very easy class, but I didn't really learn much. But I did have fun. I did edit like a ton of funny photos. Fine, I'll do it myself. Oh, we're talking about paint, then yes, sorry, I thought you were talking about digital. Oh yeah, no worries, no worries. You were correct. Yeah, you were correct. I was thinking about it wrong. Well, technically we're both correct, just in different senses. Red and green make this brownish thing in paint, but in light it does equal yellow. Yeah. So wait, okay. If I have, and bear with me now, right? If I have a flashlight, right? Pretend that's a good looking flashlight. And then I put it through a color filter, right? Or like just, I don't know, a glass, right? So a sheet of glass. And then I have like a sheet of plastic that's red, right? Red. And then a sheet of plastic that's yellow. Will it be like the projection of it? Would it be like what? Red. Trying to remember the colors. I think I said that wrong. Let's see. Oh no, wait. It would be green. Let's pretend I wrote green there. Red, green, and then yellow. Because isn't it like the same thing? I think. I may be thinking about this wrong. Yellow light plus red light will make it yellow. It's a fun experiment. Is it closer to orange? It does. Do colors exist? Do colors exist anymore? Wait, what? Oh man, welcome in TTV. Oh man, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. If not, I hope your day or everything gets better. I'll send something on Discord one sec. Okay, bet. The only thing I know slightly about like light projection and stuff is that there's like the prism where like whenever you change the angles, it's a rainbow. That's the only thing I know. I don't know much. Oh man. Okay. Alright, anyways. Then let's go up right here. Do that. Okay. I definitely want to change. Oops. That one. Ooh, I'm on the wrong layer. This one. There we go. I want this to look more like that, so I need to edit it to do that. How do I do that? I don't know, but we're gonna figure it out. Honestly, I'm not that great whenever it comes to this. Brightness contrast, I think color balance, wouldn't it? Let's see. My favorite thing to do is just to like edit stuff. Oh no, wait, I'm on the wrong layer again. Dang it. No, I am on the right layer. Holy crap. Okay. Okay. We're learning. We're learning on the job. It's okay. There it is. Oh, man. It is color balance, right? Or was it level correction? Pretty sure. Yeah, it is color balance. Okay, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, how do I do this? Ah, see? See? I'm learning very slowly, surely. I want it to be a little more desaturated, but I think I'd have to do that in saturation. Or not, I think, I know. Do I increase the blue? Increase the red, or make some more purple? There we go. I like that. Okay, I like it, Picasso. And then edit. Total correction. Use saturation. See, we had a class on this and everything, but in terms of like actually being able to apply what I learned, I don't know how to. Because a lot of it was just like, copy the instructions in the book. And I was like, okay. Looking good. Pog. Thank you. I'm trying my best. And I think I'm doing okay. Oh, okay. Green. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, so that's why they're... Man, I, like... Okay, so I'm looking at the image that Duzit sent inside, the info dump site in Discord. And I'm looking at, like, the painting with light and stuff, and it's just, it's so strange. Yeah, that does make sense. Okay, yeah. I knew that, like, with paints, you know, you mix all the colors, you get black, and then with digital colors or whatever, because it's light technically, because of how it's displayed on the screen, that all the colors actually make white and stuff. And I know I've, like, said this to people before, but in terms of, like, any of it actually sticking in my brain, that's a different thing, you know? So being able to apply it, I just have trouble with that. And that's very common, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna need that. How do... Okay. Wait, is it the same color as the tip of the tail, though? Where'd the tail go? Oh, you know what? I know where it is. Boop. Okay. Here to there. Okay, the inside poof of the ear is the same color. Go here. Go up here. There we go. My favorite way to make illustrations is literally just like black color and then black out and render. I just stop paying attention to everything, and then I'm just like, oh, you know, I want it to look more purple because I want it, and I usually default to like, oh, stars and stuff and starlight and stuff, and so I do like a lot of purple and stuff, and then I call it a day. Oh man. Let's see. And it works with IRL light. The sun is white. Diffusing itself becomes other colors, but the screen works only in RGB nodes on a screen, so yeah, it's weird. Exactly. It's very strange. But you know what? We like it. We like it. Because without that, we wouldn't have a lot of cool things. Like what? I don't know, but a lot of cool things would not be possible without that. Well, honestly, colors wouldn't be possible without light, so we wouldn't have anything. Would things exist without color? Well, yeah, things would, but it wouldn't be as fun. Would we? Okay, weird thing to think, right? But if colors didn't exist, right, as in, like, we existed in a world where light didn't diffuse to where we could actually see colors, would we still make up something like colors? Because, like, we would definitely still have art and stuff. Because, you know, there's stuff like line drawings and, you know, hatching to show, like, dimension and stuff, right? And light... Okay, wait, are shadows... Shadows are also based on diffused light. Or they're affected by diffused light, but are they caused by diffused light? I don't know. There's like definitely a deep end in some of this thinking. Oh man. We might just use echolocation to perceive sound and colors for real. We'll just like scream at someone who's like, sound like you're wearing a red shirt today. I clearly told you to wear blue shirts. Depends on how much less we could detect the electromagnetic spectrum. Would it... Okay, how to say this without sounding dumb? I thought... Wait, okay. Electromagnetic spectrum, whenever you say that, I think of like radio waves and stuff. Is that... Is that... Wait, are light waves on the electromagnetic spectrum? I'm trying to conjure up memories from like elementary school textbooks that I know have like a whole spectrum and stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, you know, this is everything, and radio waves and microwaves and cell phones and stuff like that. I don't know. It's been so long. I don't I don't actually know. Oh man. We can detect radiation, we can see color. Oh, sound like light is a frequency in space, lots of rooms for rich information. Depends on which wavelength. We see radiation, yes, but only small bits of it. There are more colors that we can't see. Ah, yeah, that's why, like, shrimp and stuff, they have the ability to see more colors. Meaning, in theory, because we don't know if shrimp can actually, like, work in color theory and stuff. But in theory, they would make great painters. A little bit, I guess, lighter. I didn't do at all what I wanted it to do. I definitely want more contrast there. You know what I should probably do? I should probably start in black and white and then and then build up colors there. It'll help me with like the contrast and stuff so that I don't end up with colors and like, ow. Oh, I just hit the shit out of my arm. Colors in too close of a shade, you know what I mean? And it'll be easier, I think. I think. Heavy emphasis on think. I wonder what that looks like. Hold on, I'm gonna try something. How would I do it? Like saturation? No, saturation. Is it hue? No, that's not the right thing at all. Saturation. Yeah, okay. Ah, it already desaturates it for me. Sweet, it desaturates the entire thing. I was just trying to desaturate the reference image. This works. Let's see. We can see gamma, infrared, ultraviolet, gamma, all of it. We have the right eyes. Oh. Huh. What type of... What would human eyes look like if we could see all that? What do shrimp eyes look like? They're just like little bead eyes, huh? Would we be like... Wait, do you think... No. I'm making... I'm making bad connections. I'm like, okay, do you think aliens, like the little small gray, black-eyed aliens, right? Do you think they can see more color? But I don't think it has to do with like the colors of their eyes. I don't think that's a correlating factor. Oh man, trippy, that's what... For real. Because like, it wouldn't necessarily be more eyes that we would have. It would literally just be a different look. To color pick or not to color pick? That's the question. I shouldn't, because then it won't create like harmony, color harmony and stuff. They need to have more cones than RGB. Yeah. What do cones look like? I don't know. I've only seen like 2 diagrams of them. Excuse me while I like move the mic around. I've only seen like 2 diagrams in like, oh, let's say the dentist office, the optometrist office. And just from looking at those, I still don't understand. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go and do my best. That's all I can do. I'm also gonna work on a separate layer because I like the colors that I already had. And I'm gonna have them in folders because organization and stuff. let me work with this one. I definitely want it more gray. But not enough to where... And make sure it's above. There we go. Yeah, I wanted a separate color from this one, but still enough to where it contrasts with the floof next to it. Symmetry is gonna have to be a thing that I keep in mind. But it's fine, I'm working in grays. So I can just color pick and stuff as need be. There we go. And this one, technically, is gonna go... I keep like looking up to find the image. There's a specific way that they colored your ear. Oh, you can like barely see it. But it's like this. So much cool music, but I have like no idea what I'm doing. Right there. Just update your eyes firmware, do that so you can see infrared and gamma just fine. Oh my gosh. Welcome in, Stella. How's your day been? I hope your day's treating you well. And if not, I hope it gets better. Could you imagine? Like, would the fashion industry be like cooler? Or would it be much different if we could see more colors? What would we even do with more colors, you know? I don't even know. Would that change color theory? Probably wouldn't, would it? Because like, it would keep the same with like, oh, you know, complementary colors and the colors that are directly across from each other and stuff like that. But there would just be more colors and stuff. So I guess like the basic rules would stay the same. And so what that means for me is that I would know just as much as I do now. Probably lighten it just a little bit. Just a little bit. What are the brightest points of the design? Yeah, okay. Okay, got it. Remember the gold and blue dress? True. Or darn did I miss it? Kind of okay now. I got COVID booster yesterday and it kind of kicked my butt yesterday and today. I felt that. I remember when I got those. I got those whenever they like just came out and stuff, and I got like that weird kind of like mini fever moment, but it went away. So yeah, hopefully everything turns out good there. Hopefully you have a speedy recovery with no bumps, no lumps, no bruises. By that I just mean like, you know, good recovery. With like no moments of like, oh man, that's not good. Actually, I want more contrast of this. No, that's too much of a contrast. I don't know how I feel about painting with gray, because I've definitely done it before. And they recommend it, you know, to be good at doing stuff and make sure there's good contrast and stuff. But, you know, it's a little tricky. Maybe lighter? I don't want to go too light, but I don't want to go too dark. So that would definitely smell it. Okay, this one. I'm gonna try and be confident and say this one. That, okay. Right here. Right here. Right there. No valleys or lumps or ridges or bumps. Exactly. I remember when that audio first came out, my siblings were like telling it to me, but they didn't like explain the context, so they just like said that and I was like, what the hell are you talking about? They started dying, but they were like, oh yeah, no, it's this meme and it just means smooth brain, and I was like, well, why didn't you just say smooth brain? It's crazy how like language is evolving and there's no way to ever like truly be up to date with everything because things change so frequently. Right here. And then this one. You know what would be kind of fun to do? I would still suck at it, but trying to paint, but like with a colorblind filter or something, to where it's like, man, I just want to make an average looking illustration, but I have no access to colors and stuff. You know, it was not weird, but how to say it? I'd never encountered too many like colorblind people and stuff until college. And in college we had this this student, and he was colorblind and stuff, and so it was like really weird because sometimes like I forget what specific type of colorblind he was, but basically the like surefire rule of thumb for whenever writing on the board was make sure it had like a lot of contrast so then he could see. And so sometimes the teacher would like pick up a pen or whatever that was, you know, like about to dry out and stuff, and so, you know, we'd see it, and you know, it was a little hard to see, but it was okay. And you know, he'd be sitting there, and then after a while he would like he would kind of be like, guys, I'm colorblind. And the teacher would always be like, oh my gosh, and so he'd like throw away the pen or whatever and then pick up a new one that had more ink and stuff. It's very funny. Especially when moments of like, he would be drawing something quickly and he'd be like, he'd turn around very quickly, like halfway through the drawing, he'd be like, can you see that? And he's like, yeah, I can see it. Like, okay, cool. Oh man, I keep forgetting that one of my best friends was colorblind. Like, dude, the yellow car, and he stares at me. Oh, right. Oh man. Hi, did you call, change my name, change my Discord? Oh, go say. I did. I thought it was really funny. I didn't know if you'd like notice it or anything. I will occasionally, right? That's the mischief of the Discord server. I will occasionally do stuff like that, and people, like, I do little things that people don't notice until they do, and then they're like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, that's new. Oh man, so always be on the lookout, because you never know when things will change. It's kind of like an I Spy moment, you know? There we go. I don't really like the way this part looks. This way. I'm gonna cut into the shadow a little bit. Whenever I took art classes, the first art class that I took was during the pandemic. And so, like, in college. And so we did a lot of our, like, work online and stuff. And, like, I always did all my work and stuff. But I quickly learned, like, the semester after that it was a very different experience from being in person. And it was funny because I'd gone into the Drawing 2 class, and then the teacher was like, oh yeah, you know, my Drawing 2 students, y'all did this last year, but I didn't have her as a professor last year, so, you know, also some of the work that we had was different. But she was like, yeah, I should have done this last year, and blah blah blah, so, like, this is what we're doing now. And I'd sit there and be like, Wait, why? Oh, I see. Okay. I was like, why is it a different color? Because that's not colored on. You've cursed my existence with potassium. Oh man, I'm not gonna explain that joke. You had to be there. It was definitely a you had to be there moment. In my defense, Kay, it was a story that was presented to me through, I don't know, Google, whatever powers that control Google, and I thought it was funny. And so yeah, I wanted to share that. Yeah. I have no need to defend myself because I did nothing wrong. There we go. To be fair, it was a canon event. Exactly. It was my canon event, guys. I couldn't control myself. It was inevitable. Oh man. Got it? Exactly. Oh man, it was funny. I remember sending it and I was like, this shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I know people are gonna are gonna definitely question me. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like whenever people they first meet me, and I don't know what it is about me, but people are convinced that I don't curse. And then I curse. And they're like, oh. It's like that meme where you got like that cinnamon roll character. And then like they'll say like fuck or something. And then it's like that one character who's like, oh my gosh, who taught you that? And then they go and they track down like another character who is notorious for cursing and stuff, or is more likely to curse. And they'll start beating up that character. It's exactly like that. I get that reaction a lot. But it's just strange, you know? Because what dictates a person cursing or not cursing? Nothing except I think maybe their environment. That and maybe their stance on cursing and stuff, but not really. I think I'm just gonna color this one in. There's no need for back shadows. I don't know what this music is, but I'm kind of digging it. Hold on, I'm pulling up the chapters. This is called Mechanical Stress. Yeah, I kind of get that. I can vibe. I can vibe. What do the stars look like? They're just shiny. I think I'm gonna take this, make it a little bit darker. There we go. And so I'll just have, this is the extreme highlight. This is the rest of the normal color. I'll have the light come in from this direction, I guess. Or it should be honestly more from the top to follow the rest of it. Coloring is definitely more of a head empty moment than line art, because line art, you know, you gotta zoom out and you gotta be like, oh, does this look okay? Is this foreshortened right? No, it's not, but I'm not gonna edit it at this point, you know? But whenever it comes to color, for me at least, right? This is from a person who can't do it that well. It's just a moment of like, ah, this, probably. This, maybe. There we go. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I can get this one. Ooh, too dark. What about this? That's light somehow? I won't question it. Okay, I'll just go from here, a little bit down, a little bit more down. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. There we go. Foreshortening is spoopy. For real, for real. Like, I kind of understand perspective. I can do decent... not really. I can kind of do perspective with, like, cylinders and stuff. But whenever I apply it to, like, bodies and stuff, I literally don't know how it works, because it looks goofy. And even whenever you do it right, it still looks goofy, so I don't think... Someday hopefully I'll understand, but that day doesn't seem to be in the near future, so, you know, we have to live in our current existence for the time being. I wonder if I turn off the filter, if it'll be... Okay, yeah. I was like, it should be in the gray color, but what if it's not? There we go. We love monochromatic coloring. Honestly, though, I do. It's easier. It's definitely easier. There we go. That double take. Listen, man, I had to double check. Where would I... Right there? No. Right there? No. Right there? No. Right there? Maybe? As you can see, I can't tell what I'm doing. I like that one, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that on this part. I think that's okay. No, it's not. I don't know where to add this. At this point, I don't even know if I should add it. My eyes are like... Not my eyes, but the eyes that I draw are overly simplified. Right there, maybe? I think that's good. She said precise. For real, for real. I gotta make sure that I'm at least okay with the results, you know? Oof, my shoulder. Ah. Man, I must have had like really buff shoulders whenever I was in drawing classes. Because we like had the easels and everything, you know, had to keep our arms up and stuff. I remember like the first week, my arms were like dead. It was horrible. I mean, it was fun, I enjoyed it. I liked the classes. But it was just hard, you know? Where's... Okay, the outer part. The outer part is gonna be one of the darkest elements. Is there a way... Sweet! Okay, this is exactly what I was looking for. A way to get like a slider. I want to make sure it's not too dark against the line art. Yeah, okay. This is good. Go ahead and block, fill this in. You know, this was probably... Never mind. I was gonna say this would probably be a good moment to use the other pen that I was trying to use, but no, it wouldn't work that good since I'm coloring on the same layer. Because if I use this pen on already colored layers, it also goes on the colored part, and so that's why it wouldn't work that good. Because then I have to intentionally like circle around it, and that's kind of annoying to an extent. There we go. Zoom out. Nope, okay. Can I? Nope, okay, wrong one. Grab this. Let me just do polyline. Boop, boop. There we go. Pull that. Scroll down. Grab this. Professor in anatomy drawing class had us stand up for the whole 2 hours because it helped with postures and the way our hands moved across the big ass. Oh, the big... the big page. I still half sat to not die. I felt that, I felt that. Standing for the entire... How long was y'all's class period? Because I had it for like 3 hours at a time. So like we always had stools, but I always sat on them funny. Because like I naturally kind of lean back, especially whenever I'm drawing, unless it's digital devices. I've noticed like whenever I'm sketching traditionally, I'll like lean back and stuff, and you know, very comfortable. But whenever I'm drawing like digitally, I'm always super close to it and stuff. And so for that one, I always wanted to lean back and stuff because my arm would hurt and stuff. So I would like, it had a bit of a backrest, so I would turn it to where my elbow would be on top of the backrest, and then I would like lean to like on the side of the arm that I was drawing with, which was usually my right arm because that's my dominant arm. And so that's how I was able to survive. There, 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 there. Ah, dang it, I messed up. It's okay. Boop, 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 boop. And I gotta deselect this area. It's honestly more work than it should be, but I do find this part relaxing. So it's just selecting points. There, up here. Left, down, down, there. There we go. Look at that. Very nice. I don't think... Colored the wrong side. Ah, crap. Okay. It's fine. I can just do this. Good thing it's not Procreate. Procreate doesn't have like a... Oh, I colored the wrong area. Can I uncolor it? It's like, no. You can either delete the whole layer or cry. And usually I have to choose cry. There we go. Because yeah, if you use the selection tool in Procreate and then hit clear, it will clear your selection, not the thing you have selected. Two very distinctly different things. Wait, that's the wrong one. I would have to set reference if I want it to work, and I don't want to do that. There, 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 up there, boop. There we go. And then over here. I don't want to work tomorrow. Oh, I felt that. I don't want to either. Stay with us, Godzilla. For real, for real. 2 hours, more or less. I understood why we stood up. The page was so big, we needed the arm mobility, but yeesh. Yeah, I felt that. We would work on, what, I think it was like 18 by 24 pages and stuff, so it was like this big-ass sketchbook. I bought like a backpack for it and everything, because I didn't want to have to, because they recommended to get the portfolio, right? But I didn't like the portfolios that were around, and so I just got like a backpack. And then I put a like really thick piece of cardboard in there so that it kept the sketch pad straight. And that's what I used. And it was awesome. It made carrying it a lot easier. But yeah, I remember whenever like sometimes, you know, it's like, oh, it's due next Wednesday and stuff. And so then you're only like halfway done, so you gotta take it home and finish and stuff. Whenever I would take it home, I would have it like sprawled out across the floor. And then I would kind of like sit along the edges and draw on it and stuff. And so it was like me over this like pretty big sheet of paper, and I was like coloring one part, and then I literally have to move my entire body to get to the other side and stuff. It was fun. It kind of feels like drawing with chalk on a sidewalk. You know? Very fun, very fun. I need to lighten this just a little bit. How would I do it? How do I do it? Yes, okay. I wasn't sure if it was going to do what I needed it to. But it did. We're good. We're good. Oh, crisis averted. Averted or subverted? I'm going to say averted and pretend that I know that I'm right. Underneath it is just a little bit of a lighter gray. Just a pinch lighter. Like this. No, it needs to be just a little bit more distinctly lighter. A little bit more. I remember how to tell this story. So like, I'd say about a year ago now, Christmas was rolling around, right? And you know, the fact that I'm, how to say it? You know, I do art, and so that means that sometimes you can make stuff for your friends, right? And so it makes it like more meaningful and stuff. And so I wanted to make stuff for my friends. So for one of my friends, I decided, oh, I'm gonna make her a poster of her favorite character, right? So I asked her like, hey, what's your favorite character? With like no context, and she was like, oh, this character, why? And I was like, no reason. And so then I drew her favorite character and stuff, and you know, like it came out like decently well. I liked it. And then I got it printed and everything for her, like on a poster. And then whenever, I think it was Christmas, that or it could have been her birthday. Whenever it was time to give it to her, I went over to her place. You know, I gave it to her, and it was like a little bit after the date of whatever celebration that it was. And, you know, she opened it and she was like, oh, you know, nice. And I never said that, like, I was the one who, like, drew it and everything. Because I was scared to, you know, if you've ever, like, done art and then did it for a friend, like, as a gift or something, it's nerve-wracking to, like, give it. Because what if they don't like it? What if they feel obligated to like it? So I didn't tell her because I didn't want her to be like, oh, you know, I have to be like, wow, you know, it's nice, it's good. I didn't want her to feel the need to do that. If she didn't like it, I wanted her to tell me. So I waited for her reaction. So she, like, opened it and she was like, oh, this is really cute. Nice, where'd you get it? And I was like, oh, I drew it and then I got it printed. And she's like, she, like, looked at me and she's like, you drew it? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, why didn't you tell me? You know, you just gave it to me without any context. And I was like, well, because if you didn't like it, I wanted you to say, like, you know, give me a lukewarm response or something so that I don't. But yeah, she liked it and I was, like, so relieved because, oh man, it would have been awkward, you know? Aside from the emotional devastation, because, like, I can take people being like, your art's not that good, because, like, shit, I'd say that too. But it's nerve-wracking, you know, because it's like, I don't have a plan B, so if I needed a plan B, I'd be like, okay, wait like another week, I'll get you a gift card. And, oh, right there, nope, right there should be good. Oh, relatable. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. I have this one friend too. They're kind of the reason that I picked up art again, because this is gonna be very bleak. When I was a kid, and I'm talking about like middle school age, right? I looked at my art, right? And I knew that I really enjoyed art, but I looked at my art and I was like, I don't think I have talent to pursue art as a career. So whenever I was deciding what I wanted to, like, what answer I wanted to give to, you know, the adults who were like, what are you gonna pursue in college? I knew that I liked games and stuff, but I wasn't sure, like, what specifically in games that I wanted to do. And so I looked at my art and I thought for a second, like, oh, what if I did, you know, game art? And I looked at it and I was like, I don't have talent for this. So I decided that I wasn't gonna pursue art. And so, like, I didn't take art classes for like 2 years. And I doodled every now and then, but I didn't really, like, pursue it seriously. And then I had a friend who was in art club and stuff. And I would see them, like, draw and stuff, and it, like, every time that I saw them working on a piece, you know, working on art, it would make me want to work on art too, but I, like, had to juggle the responsibilities that I had at the time and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, I'm not allowed to do art because, you know, I need to do this and that. And then after a while, I was like, I still have time to, like, get better, and either way, I can, like, do art for fun, so it's not that big of a deal. And, like, if they can pursue it in the hopes of getting better, why can't I, you know? And so then I picked up art again. I joined art classes and stuff, and I started drawing more regularly. And yeah, you know, don't be afraid to pick stuff back up, even if you're not that good at it. I was able to participate in this citywide festival thanks to my art, and it wasn't really because I was the best. It was because I was the only one who'd finished the piece. Of all these talented artists, something that's very important is actually doing. You can be, you know, the next Picasso, but if you never pick up a brush, nobody's gonna know you're the next Picasso. So no, it's important to do. As much as it is to want, it's important to do. One of my friends who is an artist does art for me, and sometimes I will nitpick his little specks of colors outside the finished project. He doesn't mind because he knows I do it to mess with him. That's nice, that's nice. Yeah, I do it with my art friends sometimes. I'm like, oh, you didn't draw, like, the nails and stuff, and they're like, I will reach through this phone and strangle you. Oh man. But yeah, don't be afraid of doing stuff just because you're not good at it, because there's plenty of people who aren't, like, the best at things, but they'll still do it. And so if they can do it, why can't you? You know? There we go. Did I draw the star part? I did. Okay, I'm gonna color it the same way I did this one. There we go. But yeah, that friend has, like, it's embarrassing to say, and I don't know if I'll ever tell them as much as, you know, like, you should tell your friends who inspire you and stuff, because it'll mean a lot to them. But I'm like, I don't know, I'm scared to tell them that, like, they're a big reason why I pick up a lot of stuff in my life and stuff, because I see them pursue stuff, or, like, they introduce me to things, and then before I know it, I'm, like, ankle deep in, like, a new, you know, like, oh, I want to pursue this, I want to try this, you know, I want to do this. And so, it's very neat, very cool. So, you know, it's nice. I know there won't be any bad repercussions if I tell them, like, you know, you're the reason why I do this now. And I like, offhandedly mentioned to them at one point, like, yeah, you're the reason that I picked up art again. And they're like, oh, I appreciate hearing that. And so, yeah. They're what got me into streaming. They don't stream themselves, but they introduced me to a streamer that I used to watch. And from there I was like, oh, I kind of, like, it would be fun to do it, and then I considered it for a while, and then one day I was like, let me just see where it goes, you know? No harm will come from just, like, taking a quick dip in there as long as I spend no money, and so I didn't spend any money. And now I'm here. Scary trying to convince someone that doesn't think they're good enough. I felt that, because mistakes is basically half of the game in life of an artist, so encouragement is an art in and of itself. For real, for real. Oh man, it's terrifying, you know, because, like, there's so much left to learn. But that's a good thing. It's a good thing. There we go. Because honestly, could you imagine how bad it would be if everyone was always like, oh man, that looks amazing? What then, you know? You just, like, draw a new thing, and that's it? Improvement gets you something to strive for. The only problem is, as an artist, we never really know when we actually improve. I mean, you kind of do when you line up things. You can just tell, like, oh, well, I did this slightly better and did this slightly better. But even then, it is still a little bit hard to actually give yourself credit. There we go. I'll never be as good as you and stuff like that. Dude, it took years to keep working, please. I felt that. Like, literally, I didn't want to pursue college because of it and stuff. Or not, like, I didn't want to pursue college because of it, but I was trying to put my art down and stuff, and like, oh, no, I don't have the skill to make money off of it, you know? But yeah. There's plenty of people that did stuff even though they weren't the best, you know? What is it? There was something that the ROTC instructors back in my school used to say a lot, where it was like, the Wright brothers weren't the best at making planes, but there's still a reason why we have planes now and stuff like that, you know? And so, don't be afraid to just do stuff. You never know what'll come from it. Now, that's not to say, you know, of course, I want to be a little realistic about it. Not everything will give you, like, a grandiose thing. Not everyone goes down in history as the Wright brothers. There were plenty of other people who made their own iterations of planes and stuff. But it doesn't hurt to be one in many, you know, because nobody's like, oh man, did you hear about, I don't know, Jeffrey Stephen, who made the third plane? Man, such a loser. I can't believe he made a plane after the Wright brothers, you know? Nobody's gonna come after them, just nobody really thinks about them. But if you're the first one to make, like, I don't know, a new iteration of the plane, you know? Like, why not? Why not? Give it a try. The worst thing that can happen is that no one will remember. And that's already, like, a symptom of existing, you know? It's a pretty common thing, so, you know. Some nice little existential thoughts. There we go. Yeah, the reason you make is just as important, since fame is fickle and hard to come, but rather think in terms of how many people your work has touched. Exactly. Like, this is gonna sound kind of lame, right? So bear with me. But y'all remember that Duolingo stream that I did, right? I I didn't do it with the thought of like, oh yeah, I want to, like inspire people to do this and that. I just did it because I wanted to get better at Spanish, right? And so I was like, you know what? Doing it on stream will give me like a little more of a reason to do it, you know? And so I did it. Come to find out like a couple days ago that with me doing that stream, someone who hadn't heard of Duolingo before picked it up and is now learning a new language. And that was caused just from me doing something. Was I the best at, like using Duolingo? No. Did I speedrun it? No. Was I anywhere near impressive? Absolutely not. But just me doing something inadvertently caused something else. That's what's it called? An effect of existing. And so just know you existing causes effects regardless of what you do. Like even if you did nothing with your life, you would still affect things. So why not do what you want, you know? You never know when the effect will be something cool. And there's always a good chance that you never really know what you're affecting. And it's very easy to underestimate how much you're affecting. So, like, why not just be a little delusional about it? Like, oh, maybe I'm, actually inspiring someone, like, really cool. And so they'll be, like, the next awesome person. And I'm the reason that they come to be. Be a little delusional about it. Because who's going to tell you otherwise, Now, of course, don't go around being like, I'm the reason that the next Albert Einstein is going to come into this earth, just, be safely delusional, is what I'll say. Mm-hmm. There we go. I'm not sure. I don't know where to render. Okay. I think I'll do light coming from here. I'll get rid of that later, but that'll help me know. So this, go up, and this will be light here, and there, right there, probably right here. If it weren't for your clown emoji shenanigans, I wouldn't be painting this thing right now. Yeah, you never know who you'll affect. Let me ask nicely, what's her name? I forget her name. Oh, her name is Stella. Yeah, Stella Cosmitter. Yeah, Cosmitter, I think. Or Cosmister. But it's Stella. There we go. The reason you make it is just... Okay, yeah, I already was that. Good. Sometimes I just, like, forget. Telling you. Coloring is a very head empty thing. Especially with music like this. I'm zoning out like crazy. It's a good thing I'm not, like, a surgeon or something. I wonder... See, you gotta be careful with the questions that you ask, because what if there was a surgeon and I'm like... Do surgeons zone out while doing surgery? And then they respond yes. That'll give me like a very, very long-lasting fear of surgeries and stuff, And so, only ask questions that you're sure you're gonna be okay knowing the answer to. I don't really like this highlight. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna try and do with this rendering. I'm gonna try doing hard shadows and light shadows and stuff. And by that I mean, like, in some parts it'll be like blended together. Like, I think I want to make use of gradients and stuff, but not too much. Which I think is very, like, common coloring style. Head emptying in surgery. No, like, for real, could you imagine? Because, like, sewing, I do sewing, right? And so from what I've heard, sewing is pretty similar to, like, surgery sewing and stuff. And so, like, I zone out while sewing because it's just like, oh, you know, in, out, in, out, in, out. And of course, just like angling my hand correctly, right? But like, if a surgeon says the exact same thing that I just said, you're gonna be like, I suddenly don't want surgery anymore, you know? It's scary, it's scary. Right there. Right here. No. Oops. Okay. Right there. There we go. You want to know something funny that I can do? I can put this thing, and then y'all can see my perspective. My hand getting in the way of everything. I just remembered that I had this, and so I was like, oh my god, wait. Oh man. Oh, I have it locked. I'm gonna turn that off. I don't want to bother y'all with it, but I was like, I started looking up because I was like, I can't see what that looks like right here because my hand is in the way. Doctor, under the rabbit hole loop-de-loop. Reminds me of this roller coaster operator that goes, oh man, I forgot the seatbelt security measure, 1 sec, turns it on, screams. Oh man, I love those videos where it's like, oh wait, their seatbelt isn't tightened. It's like, wait, what? My seatbelt isn't tightened? And then they start the ride and it's like, my seatbelt! My seatbelt! Oh man, that's horrifying. I feel like if that happened to me, that would be even more horrifying because my mom kind of like always peer pressures us to go in the front of the ride, right? Because she's like, oh, you know, like she is very much a, like, she seeks adrenaline. And so, knowing that you're at the front of the ride, you know, especially with a lot of the roller coasters that she likes to ride and stuff, where it's like they'll hang you over an edge or something, where it's just like, ah. I don't want to experience that with the thought of like, what if I fall out? Like, even just on a normal roller coaster, I'm like, what if? But I just try not to think about it too much. And so, for the most part, I'm able to enjoy roller coasters. There we go. I'm very late, so what's up, y'all? No worries, remember, time is a social construct. Time does not exist for the peppers. The only time that exists is Paprika is streaming and or Paprika is not streaming. That's the only time that really exists. Everything else is a construct. There we go. Because think about it. How can you prove that it's 6 p.m.? You can't. We just have to believe the clocks and stuff. But can you prove Paprika is streaming? Yes, you can. Can you prove she's not streaming? You can also prove that. Therefore, the only times that actually exist is Paprika streaming or is she not streaming? You can't prove me wrong with that. Oh man, I call it roller coaster, but there's this drop ride kind of thing. Oh, I felt that the like Tower of Fears and stuff like that. Like it's like a thing and you get in it and like you're strapped on like along the cylinder and then it has like that. And so it goes all the way to the top before dropping all the way down. I know exactly what you mean. I hate those so much. Oh man, I still ride them, right? Because I like the adrenaline. But I cannot stand the sensation of falling. Like, if I'm in a car, right, and we go over like a bump too fast, I feel that for a split second, and it's the worst feeling ever. Oh man, it's like literally so horrible. But it's still really fun. I usually end up riding it because a friend of mine or something will be like, hey, let's go ride it. And I'll be like, okay. Alright, okay. There we go. How do you highlight names? Oh, is it like... I think you gotta use the @ exactly how they are. There we go. Yeah, if you just like enter the @ yeah, if you enter the @ like for me it autofills and so that's how it highlights. Tell me how late I am exactly. You're not late at all. Welcome in, Darren. As I was just explaining, time is a construct. The only time that actually exists is Paprika streaming, is she not streaming? Because you can't prove that it's like 6 or 7 or 9 a.m., you know? You can't prove that, but you can prove if Paprika is streaming or not. Another late person, yay, I'm not the only one. Exactly, exactly. Time exists simultaneously. So yes. Honestly, I feel like the highlight would go on this side instead then. And this one would go over here. There we go. Grab this. There we go. Okay, I like it, Picasso. Right there. You're saying a lot of words that should make sense. Because they do. Rika, you're 5 foot nothing. If I can carry on my shoulders and put you down, you'll feel scared of the fall. I am not. I'm 7 foot tall. You... Well, I suppose you would get me off the ground because my legs aren't... Well, let's see. What proportions do the body work in? Like a normal anatomically correct body has different proportions because there are some people with different torso lengths. Therefore, if I'm 7'5", which I am, assuming my torso is 4 foot, my legs are probably 3 foot. So, depending on how tall you are. Yeah, my legs would not be touching the ground. Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. If I sat on your shoulders, would my legs be touching the ground? And according to my calculations, which, you know, then again, I'm bad at math, but to the very little calculations that I did do, I think, okay, heavy emphasis on the think, I think my feet would not be touching the ground. So I don't know what I just proved, but whatever it is. I stand by it. I gotta go for dinner. I'll be back after though. Yo, bed. Enjoy your meal. Have a nice day next. What is it? Drink your milk, eat your vegetables, don't talk to strangers, or at least try and express judgment. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what I really want to do for this. If I want to use hair highlights. Make them smaller. Not that small. Maybe this one? That moment when you downloaded like a bunch of brushes and so you want to use them but also you're not sure how to use them. Oh, actually I kind of like that. I don't know what it does, but I like it. Picasso. Oh yeah, wasn't there like a Picasso and Pikachu collaboration not too long ago? I could be wrong. You prove that you are, or you thought. Yeah, that's true. I think therefore I am. That type of, not Charles Darwin, what was that? Albert Einstein, or was it Newton? No, that was Plato? Not the little, like, dough stuff. But Plato, the Greek philosopher. I think he's Greek. So you're not short. Are you tall? I am tall. I'm very tall. I'm 7'5" to be exact. There we go. Nietzsche? I genuinely don't remember. I felt that. I'm pretty sure it's a philosopher. Wait, who was it that said that? Hold on, let me Google on my phone really quick. She's elbow height? I am not unless you're a giant. Let's see. Who said I think, therefore I am? Oh! Rene Descartes. So, Descartes. I was very wrong. It is in fact not the Greek philosopher Plato. What is he, Roman? Well, probably not Roman. I was just thinking Roman Catholic, but it's not a German. He's French. It's a French guy. A French guy said that. Oh man, cogito ergo sum. That's as far as I know. I don't know what that is. Oh. That means something to you. I just slightly remember that. Hi, my life, hi. Welcome in, Sai. How's your day been? Hope it's going well. If not, I hope it gets better. I really feel like I can highlight this just a little bit more. Let's see. Oh, wait, this isn't what I need it to be. Oops. I really want it to be like... It's just not giving what I need it to give, you know? Am I on the right layer? I am. Am I? I am. Okay, I am. Okay. I think, and then I think again, and then I back away slowly. Right there, probably. Right here. And this music really reminds me of like playing some type of little old SNES game or something and fighting like a boss. There we go. New greeting I'm trying. Nice. Are you liking it? If you're liking it, then it's a win. If not, then you're not winning. I think therefore I am, but in the original language. Ah, okay. Is it Cogito or Cogito? Is it with a J? What's it supposed to be? It's supposed to be in French? I don't know how to speak French. I know nothing about French, so I wouldn't even be able to reply in accident. Let's see. I'm just trying to think of the few French words that I know, which is like croissant. Is brioche a French word? I know it's a food. No, wait, I'm thinking quiche or quiche. What did I just say? Brioche? No, that's a type of bread. That's a type of bread. That's not. Is it French? It might be French. I don't think it's French though. Oh man. So I was playing this idle game a few months back and I kind of forgot it was running in the background now. I have, well, exactly $127.50 quintillion in the game. Oh my god. G as in go. Cogito. Oh. Cogito. Gotcha, gotcha. So if you're trying to apply French phonetics to it, which the only thing I really know about French phonetics is that they're very scary. They're very scary and nobody agrees with them. There we go. Oops. Yeah, it's fine. Needed a recolor pick anyways. It should be a little bit darker than the hair. There we go. Cool beans, cool beans. And I guess we could apply some of this right here. I don't know if that really looks okay. It doesn't. But I know it'll fix it. Maybe. Roll the R and everything. Oh wait, it's closer to Spanish phonetics than English. Roll the R and everything. Oh, but it doesn't have an R. Oh no, wait, that's not the type. Cogito ergo sum. Probably, or sum. Sum or sum? Let's say sum. Sum. Yeah, probably sum. Mm-hmm. I was trying to think, like, what arrangement of letters, like, can I match that to in Spanish? And the closest thing I could match SUM to was su madre, which means your mom. So, you know what, it is technically correct, you know, because it's a phrase from Spanish and stuff that is pronounced correctly. So in theory, I was not that far off from a correct spelling according to the directions I was given. Not spelling, but pronunciation. Also have premium currency, don't know how that happened, but my wallet cried. It's pretty near pretty, but as a friend. Pog, spinach. It's spinach. Spinaca. I think that's how you say it in Spanish. I'm like 90% confident. Okay. From here, I think we will add some highlights, if I can. It is so scratched up in the spot that I was trying to like color it in, because it's like literally directly in the middle. I'm trying to think like how I could rearrange it to where it doesn't affect me, but I just like this entire, well, you can't see that. This entire area right here is like just completely scratched up for me. So I can't really see a lot of the stuff that I'm doing right there. There we go. I don't really know if this is the way to go, but I'm gonna do it anyways. There we go. What is this music? This is called altruistic. Huh. I'm like digging it, but also it's so strange. Spinaka. Can you make this thunderstorm stop? Oh, what thunderstorm? You mean the music? Oof, scratch tablet? Yeah. Since when is Peppery a storm goddess? Did I miss some lore? That I know of, it's not raining. But you know what? I'll do my best. Abracadabra. I've done all I can do. There we go. Yeah, I unfortunately do not own a... How does it say it again? Flimistimifer? Shout out to the people who know what I'm trying to say. No, in the Minecraft server. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I also don't control the weather in the Minecraft server. I don't know if that... If anyone can do it, it's Cheddar. Yeah. If it's possible to do, then Cheddar probably knows how to do it. But I don't. So yeah, I'm not sure. I would recommend taking shelter. I am but a humble little forecast guy. Put some highlights here. Maybe I should use that pen. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Fill this in. Grab this. And just put some light shadows right here. Okay, now I gotta start doing the actual details and stuff. This is gonna be the hard part. Okay, boots are relatively light. Move the picture up. Back. Okay, cool. I can't tell if there's like a color difference. Well, there's definitely not a value difference in the boots and stuff. Said he wouldn't be on it a bit. And then he said, I don't know. Ah, dang. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess you just gotta wait for it to pass, because I don't know what all is in the mod pack. But I'm not sure if there's like a thing that you can actually do to change the weather. I feel like there was something mentioned before that is related to the weather, but I don't remember it. But you know what I would do is look through like the crafting item things and see if there's something like weather related and hope for the best. Oh man. Okay, let's see. Okay, the stars on the boots are colored the same way as the rest of the stars. And wait, the color for the star designs are there. Oh, they're not filled in, okay. Okay, so then... Wait, what about the ones on the skirt? Are they filled in? They are... Yep, they're also They're also colored like that. Oh no. I'm gonna have to color the line art. Okay, wait. Turn off the picture. Okay, wait. Okay, so that's the line art. This, what is it? It's not layer mask, it's clipping layer. Clipping, 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 clipping. Oh, it's been such a long time since I've actually used this. Is it layer mask? I think it's clip to layer below. It's like so weird going from Procreate back to this because I don't I don't remember what's where. Okay. Just gonna be consistent with the values right here. Oop. Grab the middle one. There we go. Right there, now go back down. Are you gonna color it in just black and white? No, after I finish setting up the values and stuff, then from there I'm gonna apply color on top, probably like an overlay layer. So that way I don't have to do as much of like color theory. I'm only slightly cheating because technically it's just a different way to color. So it's not really cheating, but it is an easier way. Supposedly. Honestly, at the end of the day, there's always a different technique to several things. It's just a matter of how you use it. So everything is skill-based. Grab this color again. I say color, but it's just gray. But it sounds more interesting if I say color. There we go. Because I want to get like a good value set and also it just slightly rendered. So that way coloring it'll be easier, in theory. Or at least it like, I won't have to be like, oh, is this shade of blue good? You know, is this shade of red okay? You know, I can decide all that later. First I decide the value placement and stuff. Hellos, yo, welcome in, clown. How have you been? It's been a hot minute. Hope your day's going well. Hope your Wednesday's treating you well. Oh, I never heard an overlay layer. I might try that. Been using gradient maps? Yeah. Overlay is just, how to say it? So it's essentially like you have a layer, right? And then it's just a layer on top. And it's like if the opacity was down, it's like I can do overlay layer, and yeah, that should work. And then, is it on overlay? I'm not sure. But you get what I mean, right? It's like a opaque thing painted on top, so makes it easier. That one I didn't need, right? Yeah, it was a new layer. Probably, hopefully. Go back up. Turn that on. Okay, cool. Shade of black. Yeah, that shades. How have you been? I've been okay. Yeah. Haven't gotten sick, so you know, that's a good thing, and hopefully it stays like that. Grab that. I wonder what specifically this brush uses to where it stays the way that it is. It's so weird. Okay, but there's 3 colors, it shouldn't be hard. This one, no wait, I need to go back and color these. Yeah. There we go. Gotta be careful not to color the rest of the line art. There we go. And then this one. Middle layer. Or not layer, but color, value, thingy. Thingy. And when in doubt, call a thing a thingy. There we go. Color that in. Not gonna lie, I miss you, so I had to take a break to say hi. Aw, I appreciate that. That's very cute. Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back. You're always welcome to come back whenever you may need it. And, you know, I know time is kind of like hard to like nail out and stuff. You know, life can be very busy. But feel free, you know, to like watch the VODs. The VODs are there because I know people can't make, like there's no way to schedule something where everyone's able to make it, you know? So feel free to have fun in the VODs and leave a comment. And yeah, because shit, even I'm there sometimes in the VODs. The amount of comments that I miss sometimes during a live stream makes me sad. And so I go back and I'm like reacting to it again. There we go. Yeah, shout out to anyone watching this on a VOD. I just realized that's a thing. It's so weird to think about, but time like exists, especially online, simultaneously. Because I'm saying this now, but like, maybe, you know, me, who's watching it 2 days later is seeing this and it's like, oh my god, I remember talking about that. Hi, me from the future, but technically the same time because time is a line or something. I don't know, I'm not actually, not actually that big brain, so I don't really know. But it's something like that, some weird wobbly time stuff. There we go. Okay, that'll work for that. Now, here. There we go. We need to call again and just chill and play something. For real, didn't you say time was a construct? It is. Everything's a construct. What's the stream room VC for? Honestly, like majority of the VCs, they're just made from the templates and stuff. So like, that's funny, one time I was setting up for a stream and somebody hopped in there and it was gonna be a collab partner and I was like, oh, actually like that's just labeled that. I should change it. So like none of the VCs really have a specific thing except for, actually I don't even know what VCs I have to be honest. Let's see, let me double check. I have a lounge VC, a hangout VC, a stream room VC, and a game nights VC. The game nights is probably the only one that like I kind of have a plan for. Someday I want to actually host game nights and stuff, and say, and like that'll be, you know, the VC that everybody gets on and stuff. And so yeah, someday. I don't know when, but someday. I know that's a thing that I want to do. There we go. But that's the only one that actually has a a plan. The rest were just made with the template and stuff. And I just changed things that needed to be changed, and then past that I didn't really touch much else. Where... Okay, actually I can just combine this down now. Should I have done that? I don't think I should have. It'll be the same. Will it? Not sure if it will. It won't. I'll leave it separate. I'll leave it separate so I don't have to think as hard. There we go. What did I need to look at here? Oh, the skirt parts. Okay. So it's a little darker than the hair. That's all I've surmised. So grab this, make the shade a bit darker. Over here. Yeah, that should be good, I think. Yeah, it's pretty good contrast, I think. There we go. Some YouTubers join their stream VC after their live streams just to talk and mingle with people for like 10 minutes. Oh, nice. I didn't know that. I'm in very few, like, live streamers' discords and stuff, and when I am, I'm like a fly in the wall. I just, like, watch things happen, and that's it. There we go. I feel like an old person on a porch and stuff. That's usually how I treat being in group chats. Except for with my friends. Then I'm the old man who's yelling on his lawn. There we go. Master's programs are hard AF. Cry. Oh man, that's right. You're in the middle of the masters. Dang. Did you get like the thesis done and everything? I think that's the like last I heard of it. There we go. Hope you pass? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's how it works. I don't know, college is kind of weird in how the difficulty is. Because it's not really... was gonna say it's not really difficult, but it is, but it's not, but it is, but it's not. It just depends. Some things are difficult, some things are not. Okay, the chest plate is gonna be a little bit darker, and then... Okay, the collar is also darker. Both the choker and the t-shirt part. Okay, I wonder if I drew that in or not. Let's see. I didn't. Unless I did, I can't really tell. Okay, we're gonna grab this, we're gonna turn this darker by, I think, a lot. A good amount. A good amount. There we go. Yeah, it's going. That's good, that's good. You know, just keep chugging along for the most part. And usually it gets through it. Honestly, that's what I do whenever things get, like, kind of hard. I just, like, push through, do what I need to do, and know that there will be an end. And then from there, it usually gets me through enough to be like, okay, another thing I've succeeded at. There we go. And then we'll do this. And then let's get pretty dark. Right there. Is that good? I might do it just a tad bit darker. That should be good. Need to go to sleep. My best friend said good night. Let me guess. Get your vegetables. Don't talk to strangers. Good night, my best friend. Good night, everyone. Good night, Antonio. Have a nice night. And yeah, pretty much word for word. Pretty standard stuff. Just an average Wednesday. There we go. I feel like Wednesday nights for me have become like very, very chill. I always tend to look forward to them because they're not like stressful, which is a good thing. It needs to be way darker. Yeah, like way darker. Also, I did this wrong. Okay. Okay. So, basically, this needs to be here. And then this needs to be here. Something like that. Grab this. There we go. This needs to go here. And then from there, this needs to be darker. Start here, go darker from there. There we go. That should be good. Hopefully. This is a part where I need to double check because I'm not sure what exactly goes there. I know I didn't draw it in at the very least. Not really, but yeah, let's go with average. What's this supposed to be? Ah, it is a drawing of me and Stella Cosmitter in a pose that she saw in a Pokemon game. And so now I'm drawing it, because I can. And no one's here to stop me. There we go. So I think like right there. Definitely should have double checked if I'd drawn things correctly. I think this goes here. Hopefully. Hopefully that goes there. Is it the same color for the waistband around? No, it's the same color as the chest plate. Okay, and the chest plate is just a little bit lighter than the shirt. So, shirt color is shirt color supposed to be darker than the hair? Darker than the dark parts of the hair. No, lighter than the dark parts of the hair, but darker than the main part of the hair. Maybe. Is it? Yeah, darker than the hair, but lighter than the dark parts of the hair. I could check it. I could check it on the saturation scale. First I was just eyeballing it, and I was like, it might just be the same thing. Lowered the chair a little bit because I kept, like, slamming my fucking knee into the desk. Not the best thing. Would not recommend. Grab here. I'm gonna make it a little bit lighter. Okay. This. Yeah, so then actually the shade that I have works well. I mean, not exponentially well, but it, you know, it works. There we go. Man, I really hope this works, otherwise me coloring all this is gonna have no point. But I think it should. At the very least, it'll help me a little bit, and then past that I can just kind of do the same thing I always do and kind of not cheat my way, but what's it called? Fly blind, I guess? Or wing it. Wing it till I get it to where it looks good, and then I'm like, look, this looks like I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the amount of people who I've seen do art, and they're like, I don't really know what I'm doing, is crazy. Because it's like, how? How are you doing that? Wait. There we go. I want it this, but lighter. But also dark enough to where everything stands out. And will this look light against that? Not light enough. How about this? So I'm just be a little lighter. There, that should be okay. Let's see if I can go just a tad bit lighter. Don't want to fly too close to the sun here, but I do want it to stand out a little bit. That's fine. That's fine. Making your way downtown? Exactly. Making my way downtown. I'm walking fast. Face is past and I'm homebound. Doodle-doo-doo-doo. Oh man. Right there. You know which song I want to learn how to sing? Party in the USA. Because it's such a like bop that I like listening to, but I don't know the words to it, but I know that I like it. Booba? Yeah, booba. Booba behind the chest plate. I also need to shade the chest plate in a bit. Zoom out. I was gonna say use the bucket tool, but I need to line it first. Otherwise it'll flatten everything and it won't be good. There we go. Bucket tool. Sweet. There we go. I don't really like it. It doesn't stand out too much. I don't like that. I need it to be lighter. Right there. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, remember size brush 11, okay? See, that blends in with the bottom part, and that's what I don't want it to do. Unless... Okay, hold on. Let me check the value of this. No, you can still see it. The bottom part is actually, like, pretty dang dark. Does it get darker? Hold on. Okay. So, this versus this. Okay, yeah. So it is darker depending on where the shadow is. Oh man, and look, you can actually see they put like a highlight right here, but it changes to the middle tone right here. So this and that Aren't exactly the same color, but they're like very close. That's crazy. Look at the small details. Okay, so that means what I can do... I have the wrong color chosen. Oh. I can finish applying this, and then just use the shade that I was using earlier for the bottom part. And then I can recolor the line art as need be to differentiate it. Actually, that might not look so good for this. Yeah, I'll just have to stick with this. It is what it is. For size 11. Oh, there we go. Earlier today I was coloring, and the way that I color is that I put down, or like that I color on Procreate, so that I put down like a base of where I want to color, and then from there I color in a bunch of like clipping masks and stuff. So I do like the skin, and then I just did like layer by layer. Actually, I think, yeah, I use it for the thumbnail. I forgot. Peppery karaoke stream? Someday, yes. I learned how to do reverb and everything. Like, no, let me not turn it on. I'll keep it hidden until I use it, but but I have reverb and everything. It's just a matter of like, I don't know, building up the confidence and stuff. I have like a playlist saved where it's like, oh, singing exercises and stuff, because I want to get a little bit better at it. You know? I want to cheese up. Wait, okay, what does cheese up mean? Does that mean like get better, or does that mean like mess up? Because I don't know. Oh man, the sword hilt. It's gonna kill me probably. Okay, the middle skirt is lighter than the shirt, so that's good to know. Never heard that before? Ah. I don't know where I heard it from. But yeah, I've heard people say like, oh yeah, you're gonna cheese it up, but I think that means get bad. I think that means like, oh, you're gonna mess it up, but I don't remember where I've heard it from. So I don't know like where to look for the answer. Okay, it gets darker underneath the chest plate. So grab this, put it darker, and then fill this. Should have probably gone darker. There we go. Head empty, no thoughts, just looking at gray. It's probably for the best that I'm starting off with gray, because I very quickly lose my ability to see colors if I color for too long. I forgot that I was like timed for a second, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, how long have I been working on this? And I was like, wait, I only have 3 hours, how long has this been? It's okay guys, don't worry, we have like 40-ish minutes left. 44 minutes left? So it's okay. Will I be able to finish this? I'm not sure, but you know, I'll get decently far, I think. Ow, my arms. Ow, my arms. Ugh. I don't know why my elbow is sore. It shouldn't be, but it is. Okay. Okay, so they're so close in color that the program thinks they're the same color. It's not good. A little bit darker. Yeah, that should be good. There we go. This music reminds me of Rock Band. And I have very distinct memories in there. Thinking about it now, that was like a precursor to what what I ended up doing with like all my skills and stuff, because I was pretty good at the singing part whenever they added like the singing DLC and stuff. And so sometimes I would do that, sometimes I would play another guitar, sometimes I would play the drums. There wasn't really like a specific thing that I stuck to. And now that I'm thinking about it, that's kind of like the same case. For now, I don't really stick to anything. Okay, U-shape, U-shape, U-shape. What? Right there. Fill that. Grab this, and we can ease the curve a little bit. There we go. That's not bad. I'll clean that up in just a second. Clean that. There we go. Emotional image. Brick rings menu. Music. The only thing that I like never played too much and was never like ever not even a little bit good at was Dance Dance Revolution and the what's it called, Just Dance. I was never super good at it. I can like pass, but I'm not I'm not good enough to where I'm like, oh, I'm subpar, I'm average, you know. I also do that lazy thing. I don't know if y'all ever saw anybody do it, but there's a way that you can play the game without actually playing the game, where you just wave around the Wii remote. You just pay attention to which hand the dancer has that's colored, and then from there you just match up where it'll be and like the movement and stuff. And so that's what I would do sometimes whenever I was really lazy. Am I proud of this? No, but it is something that I did. There we go. Okay. I can't actually see right there. I think I'll make it a little bit darker. There we go. Now I can see that I'm actually applying value on it. And fill, and then let's move it to where I can actually see it. Right there. Scoot down. And then it should also help with the visibility of these stars, I think. I hope. Did y'all ever hear that song? I think it's like a country song now that I'm really thinking about it. But it was a song about this lady who, like, I don't know, her partner was in the military or something. And then basically the entire song was like someone at the door, or like, you know, some of, I don't know, the military people being like, hey, so your partner died, and she's just like sad, and she's like kind of describing the events of like, oh yeah, he promised that he would be back and stuff, and you know, he's not coming back. And I think it's like something like, this is just a dream or something like that. That is a very sad song. I like remembered it. And like, I love the chorus part of it, like do 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 do. It's just very catchy, you know? And it's essentially like, I think, a combination of 3 notes rocking back and forth, but it's very pretty, very cute. I didn't process what I just looked at. Okay, so a lot of what differentiates that is value. It is very weird whenever I turn on and off this, because for a second it looks blue. Y'all see that? Like, convinced that this is blue. Okay, I should probably stop touching the value thingy because I can't see anymore. I'm no longer able to see. I've lost my vision. Is it the same color? Yeah, it is the same color. Or shade of this. Fill this in. That. Over here, right there. Head empty. No thoughts. Just pawing in my brain. Single brain cell being bounced back and forth. Fervently. When I start talking again, it'll be like the equivalent of that clip of Wii Sports, where I don't know if it's the same player or if it's the player in an AI. I actually don't know, but it's Wii Tennis, and they're just like bouncing the ball back and forth, and then it speeds up to where it just sounds like that. Are both of them supposed to be up to the middle part of the hand? Yes, they are, and I drew it wrong. Well, this is great. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's a little pro tip. Color, look for the... What is it? What is this? It's off. What's this? This one, okay. Gonna go here. I think this may already be the color. Grab a pen and just draw the line. No one's gonna know. Did I draw that on the right layer? I did. Let's go! We love cheating. We don't commit to academic dishonesty. It can get you kicked out of school. I say that like if I experience it. I don't cheat. I don't cheat because I never had to. Because I was lucky enough to remember stuff. So, never had the use for cheating. Honestly, I found it harder to cheat than it was to remember. Ugh, big stretch. Oh god, my shoulders are killing me. There we go. Okay, so it's around this, but is it darker or lighter? It's lighter. Is it? No, it's darker. It's darker. It's darker. It's just there's shading there. So I grab this, put it a little bit darker. Yeah, that should be good. Polyline. Boop, boop, boop. Right there, and right there. Fill that in. Fill down. And fill. Okay, it's good. I'm on adding these. Then I could just delete that. It's okay. And then the boots from there. Are the wings and the boots the same color? Do it have any variation? No, they're just lighter. Also, they're around the same shade as the belt and the sword. Good to know, good to know. There was this fairy tale that I read, right? And it was one of those found on like this really back end site. I don't know what was up with that. But how did it even how did it even work? I don't stop, eat, I don't cheat. I don't, I swear. But it was like this guy, and give me a second to drink real quick. But he like bets the king, I bet you I can steal something from you, and the king's like, no you can't. And then he goes and he finds this like master thief and he's like, hey, teach me how to steal. And the thief's like, I don't know, he gives him this like big life lesson. I've forgotten like a point of it now, but I submitted that as one of my, not like I submitted that story, but rather I based, okay, so there was a summer art class that I took that wanted us to do character design, and so for that we had to find an existing fairy tale, and rather than choose something common like Snow White or, you know, like, I don't know, I was gonna say Batman, because yeah, that's a classic fairy tale. I chose that random fairy tale because I was like, I'll take this as an opportunity to learn of a new fairy tale. But I forget what it was called. But I know I have it bookmarked, but also I have several things bookmarked. I have like a good 120 bookmarks, so I don't know. It's like, I think it's called like The Master Thief and Steven or something like that, or like Stefan. Gosh, I don't remember it at all. I remember reading about it and I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. It was like not the best written thing, but you know, it wasn't that bad. What's up with this hymn? Let's see. Oh, I see. Okay. So then this also goes colored here. And then that line is supposed to be colored. Over there. Oop. There we go. There, up and around. Boop. Bill. Yeah. He does end up succeeding, but I forget what happens. Like, he does something with the Master Thief, but he spends like 5 years learning how to steal from the thief. Because, like, I don't know, it's kind of like this weird, not really training montage, because it's not like a movie or anything, and it's not like a comic. It's just like this literally text page that I read, and it was essentially just describing like, oh yeah, you know, he trains with the Master Thief for like a couple years, and then he's like, okay, you are ready, or something like that. I guess the best thing to do, to be or not to be, that is the question. I'm trying to figure out what I was trying to say. And I did not color this in fully. I'm gonna make it darker because I wanted these to stand out more. Hopefully it doesn't mess with the other values. There we go. And then fill this in. There we go. Is the sword star lighter or darker? Sword star, sword star, sword star. The light parts are lighter, but the dark parts are around the same. So honestly, if I take the middle color, make it a little bit darker, I should get it. There we go. A little bit darker. Color. Yeah, that looks okay. I need to zoom out in a bit to double check the different values. I'm zoomed in too much. There was this artist who I followed at some point, but it's been many years, so I don't know if I still follow them. But they were like, yeah, it's a good idea whenever you're drawing to have like a little, what's it called, view of what you're actually working on, because whenever we work on stuff we tend to zoom in a lot, and so in order to make sure, you know, you're not working on like just the tiniest little bitty hair right here, like, oh, these lines, they don't look even, so let me try and even them out, rather than doing that, try and stay zoomed out, you know. That's what they were saying, but I have trouble doing that. Is the details on the sword darker or lighter? It should be darker. it's a little bit lighter than this middle piece. Oh my gosh. I'm tired of looking at grays. I can't wait to color already. It should be fine. Detailing lighter or darker? Lighter. Okay. Let me grab this color. There we go. That should be fine. And then I'll use this to color the bottom part. Nope. 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 That one was really, really close to the curve that I wanted, so I'll stick with it. Just fill it in. And then from there, I can change what I need to change. Black and red. For real, for real. I wonder how much of the video is just gonna be me of like that, facing down. Because I know it does that a lot whenever I'm facing down, so I try not to like put my head directly down because then it can't track the face. But I also gotta look at the screen, so it's like this really weird balancing act of looking up and looking down. I feel like I definitely could make that a little bit darker. Just a tad bit darker. To accentuate the contrast more. That sounds fancy. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. And make sure that bottom part's not selected so that when we do hit the fill tool, it won't fill in that part. Shit, wrong one. There we go. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Clicking your pen or whatever that sound is. Ah, yeah, that's the buttons on the tablet. Because, like, y'all are, like, really close. Not really super close. Y'all are, like, my hand distance away from the drawing tablet. So that's why you'll hear the clicks pretty prominently. If you want, I can move you. I can move you further away. But then it gets closer to me, so that's as best as I can do. Because then you're right by me and a little bit further away. But I think the button clicks are in general pretty loud, so. See, it looks so close in saturation around this area, and I really don't like it. That's a little bit better. Zoom in right there. Hit this. And color this. There we go. That's better? We can hear you better? Oh, damn. I was probably talking too low, huh? I'm so relaxed from just vibing. Whenever it comes to coloring, it literally is just like, this color looks good. This color does not look as good. Look how weird this line is. It's so uneven. Should I make it darker? I'm contemplating it now. I'm gonna say it's probably fine, but it's not if I can't see it that well. So, I can actually go and start changing these values. Because I have to. This is the wrong layer. Yeah, that should be fine. Boop. Right there. Go over here. Fill that. Go down here. Go there. Fill that. That's too dark. Is it? It's a little dark. It's a little dark. I don't know. Well, you know what? Since they're in light, we can blame it on that. And make these dark. And then go over here. Go on this layer. Fill that. Go over here. No, we don't need to fill that. Go down here. This one need to be on there. Fill this part in. There we go. That contrast would be better. Is better. Not would be. Is. And then what we can do is take this darker color and make this the middle color over here. Oop! I did a bad. Did a bad. Did a bad thing. That should be fine. Oops. There we go. Look at that. That's not so bad. And now these. Grab this. Down. On this layer. Oh wait, I can just... Bop. Bop. There we go. Easy peasy, easy peasy. I guess I'll use whatever color I used for the intricate design part. Or maybe I'll use this middle color. And that's what I'll use to fill these. I did a bad thing. How did that fill the tail? Okay, I guess I gotta be more careful. Oh yeah, it fills the entire layer. Feel like I'm coloring with white on a white. Yeah, I'm on the pen. I cannot see this at all. There's no way that's a good thing. Make it a little bit darker, I guess. Yeah, there's good. At least then I'll be able to see it. I can't see over the scratches. I really need to look into getting another screen protector thingy-majiggy. Thingy-majiggy. Guys, spell thingamajiggy for me. Because I think it's T-H-I-N-G-A M-I? G... No, not G. J-I-G-G-Y? Wait, maybe M-A? Thingamajiggy. T-H-I-N-G-A M-A-G-I-G-G Maybe. I'm not really sure. I'm not really confident in the spelling. Confident was never my strongest point. Honestly, that's a lie. I was pretty good at spelling, but that was very, very early school. I just realized the music in it. It's a good thing it didn't just continue. There we go. Oh, we have 20 minutes left. I need to go faster. Activate turbo mode, guys. Majingy. No, I think Jiggy. Cause like when you say get jiggy with it, that's spelled J-I-G-G-Y, you know? Jiggy? Right? I think it is. So I think it's like ma, like M-A, and then J-I-G-G-Y. Majigi. No, like with a J. Like Jack. Or Jackalope. Or Jeffrey, because that's a word that starts with J. Or jerky. Or what are other J words? Jack in the Box. Jack-o'-lantern. Jump rope. Jerry, that's a name. Majiggy. Yeah, exactly that. Thingamajiggy. It's a very weird thing to spell. But, you know, now you know. There we go. I don't know why, but the spelling reminds me of giraffe. Because giraffe is also a weird word to spell. G-I-R-A-F-F-E. That's how you spell it, right? It'll be really awkward if I misspell giraffe. Because it feels like something that should be easy to spell, but it's not. It's not. It's confusing. Needlessly confusing. So I fill this. Yeah, okay, I get no consequences. That's good. There we go. Now for Thingamabobber. Oh, but you forgot the G, because it's THING, and then A, and then MA, and then BOBBER. Thingamabobber. Gadgets, gizmos. Gizmos is spelled Gizzomos, right? I'm thinking of, I was about to say that underwater song, but what's it called? The Little Mermaid song. Got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. Got who's its and what's its galore. How do you spell what's it? What would it be? WHATS, what's, and then ITS. WATS, ITS. What a weird thing. Are those considered words or not? I wonder. I mean, they're used in a song, but then again, you can use automatopoeia in a song. Are automatopoeia words like boom or clap or chick and stuff like that, are they considered words? Because they don't really like mean anything, you know? They're not an actual definition, but you can use them in like writing and stuff, and people will be like, yep, that's a word, and you can use them towards word count, and word count's like, yep, that's a word. So to some extent it is a word, but it's also not, you know? The real question is, do words have to be defined to be a word? Because, like, stuff like new language where it's like a... what, like cap? Or like new meanings and stuff? Well, no. Like, I would have to mean an entirely new word. What's a new word that didn't exist? That has like a modern usage now. I can't think of any. Spelled sounds ye. In Japanese, they say frogs go gero gero. In American, we say they go ribbit ribbit. True. It's like, I kind of get where they were going with it. Or maybe it's like the animals have different dialects and stuff, because I know that's some of the cases. That's why cows in some countries, they have like, instead of going moo, they go, I don't know what they go, but they do something else because they have different dialects too. So maybe it's that. Maybe frogs in Japan just sound like closer to that, because in America they go like and you know, like that, and so that's why we're like, ah, that's a ribbit. That's a ribbit if I've ever heard a ribbit. There we go. Okay. Now that, well, actually I still need this part. Gotta do this. Fill this part in. Do I fill in the top, or is it okay that being that light? Should probably fill it in. Let me do it with this color. Whatever this color may be. Oh, that was a mistake. Yeah, I'm obviously really good at it. And animal impressions. I can't. The only thing I can't do is probably an elephant thingy. What are they called? Like bleeps? No, they're not called like bleeps. Like horns? But they don't have... I mean, they do have horns. Well, they're like tusks. What's the difference between tusks and horns? Oh, wait. Tusks are like protruding from the mouth. Meanwhile, horns are like... usually on the head, huh? Trumpet? Yeah, that. See, it's weird because like... it's weird to think trumpet is kind of an onomatopoeia. And not only a noun, you know? It's weird. There we go. What can I use? I'm gonna go with this one. Go over here. And fill right there. Nope, that was a mistake. That was totally a mistake. There we go. Toot. Yeah, I think, but toot has too many, like, other connotations. Wait, is it connotation or denotation? Because one of them means, like, what we think it means, and the other one means, like, what the dictionary says it means. But I think denotation is what the dictionary thinks it means, because it starts with a D, and D is for dictionary. Meanwhile, connotation, I think it's supposed to be like colloquial meaning or something like that, to where it's just what the people use it as. Kind of like if someone says, nah, that's cap, and like the denotation of that sentence would mean something closer to like, that is a hat. That is a hat. There's no way, because that is in fact a hat. Meanwhile, the connotation would be like, no, he is lying, you know? I think too, it depends on the context. Unlike some words that just have a bad rep already, like moist. True! Man, I remember I did not get the memo whenever people started being like, oh man, moist is such a weird word, and so I would use it to describe like these brownies that the school would sell, because they were moist. They like had a lot more, and it's weird if I say juice in them, right? But they, not really soggy either, you know? It's just like a moist cake. It was. But people were like, why are you saying moist? That's so weird. And I was like, what do you mean? It's the right word to describe it. It's moist. It is in fact containing moisture. But no one would listen and they made fun of me. There we go. More moisture. Juicy, saucy, liquidy. Yeah, see, none of those really fit with like the vibe of trying to talk about a brownie, you know? Because it was just like, there literally is no word to describe it, because I was going to say juicy, but how is a brownie juicy? I was going to say liquidy, but if it's liquidy, then it's underbaked. I was going to say, like, the only word to use is moist. But yeah, people can't say this stuff nowadays, for real. Wet? See, wet is even worse, I would argue. It's worse because if you say a brownie is moist, you're gonna get like a couple weird looks. But if you say a brownie is wet, you're gonna get a lot of weird looks. So. Yeah. Walking on eggshells with some of the language. Let's see. Where? It should be here. Let me grab this. And then the brush. And we'll do that. And that. Sweet. Okay. It works. Totally. Okay. Now, how do I make it look better? Okay. How much more time? 11 more minutes. I just gotta survive 11 more minutes. And then I'm gonna have to do this again. But it's fine. Don't think about it too much, as that one song said. I don't know what actual song said it, but one of the songs said it. So I'm gonna pretend I know which one. And you'll be none the wiser. You'll think that I know what I'm talking about. When I in fact don't. Okay. This one needs to go lighter. This one a little bit more lighter. There we go. Follow through right here. Y'all know those piles of gravel and stuff? Do y'all like stepping on those? I just a memory just popped in my head of me getting yelled at from my grandpa, because he had this pile of gravel, I'm not even sure why, in front of his house. And I liked stepping on it and stuff, but the problem is I wore a lot of sandals, so they were scared that like bugs or something in there were gonna get inside my shoes. So they were like, stop it, you're gonna get hurt, there might be glass in there. But I liked it, it was crunchy. Gravel, you know? Like the tiny rocks, little pebbles and stuff. But it was like a pile of it. Stepping on those, very crunchy. Very nice, I recommend it, but use closed-toed shoes. Because, you know, you never know if a sharp rock in there is gonna land in the shoe, and you'll learn the hard way why you shouldn't step on those with open-toed shoes. Open-toed shoes are dangerous, but I understand how comfortable they are, so I can't even say it's their fault. There we go. Be like that. Yeah, that's good for now. Walking on sunshine, stepping on puddles, now coming this summer. Gravel crunching. Exactly, gravel crunching. it's good. It's crunchy. Like, it's like crunching on leaves, but it's more satisfying. Like, if you look up plaster cracking, that's like somewhat close to what it feels like, you know? Actually, there probably is like gravel ASMR. I bet you that's a thing that exists. But yeah, it's very crunchy. I like it. I like Picasso. Right here. And then right there. Definitely add some shadow. Well, technically no, but some light shadow wouldn't be bad. How do I do that though? I don't think I will be able to do that. I can. I know how to do it, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. Because like, I think select all this area, right? And then from there I can add the like darker bits that I want to add. And I can't think of another way to select this area without selecting the top area. Right there, and then go around the wing. There we go. And then I gotta add the other parts. And stay with the polyline because it's easier to work with as opposed to holding and keeping the line straight with the free lasso. Right there. Down, down, down. By the river. Did y'all hear Narissa's cover? That's pretty. I don't follow Baldur's Gate, but her singing was really pretty. There we go. I can fake a curve. Can fake a freehand curve. And then... okay, here's what I'll do. I'll get the parts that I can get with the polyline, and then I'll go back with the actual lasso. So I don't have to actually worry about doing curves incorrectly. See, like these parts would be easier with the lasso. There. Yeah, I'll come back for that. Go up. Go over here. Go this way, go that way, go this way, go that way. Get the rest of this area. That one I will also do with the lasso. Now I get the lasso. There we go. Up. Nope. You ever have those moments where it's like, how long has it been since I breathed? I'm having those moments a lot recently. I'm not sure why. I just feel like I can't breathe. It's very weird moments. Especially those moments when you like remember you have shoulders and stuff, so you like sit up and it's just like, ah, relief. For no reason either. It just happens. There we go. Now I can select this, make it just a tad bit darker, and put some like splotchy paint. Brush size. No, I need it darker. Why is it lighter? Weird. Can't or forgot? Maybe a little bit of both. Because, like, I know that I'm breathing. I feel like I'm breathing. But then the moment that I zone back in, I feel out of breath. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like. I'm not sure why. Grab this, make it darker. Grab the brush, which is this one. Sure. Ooh. Because it's gonna be more of like a galaxy look, so I have to account for how like wobbly the paint is. Oop. I like how it gets lighter. Oh. I'm gonna have to go back over with the brush. I don't like the blending modes or the blending brush all that much because it never does it the right way, you know what I mean? It like pulls out too much of the color. I'm sure there's a way to fix it, but I don't know. Minimal air mode activated? Yeah, pretty much. I just don't breathe enough. And then by the time I notice, I'm like, haven't breathed, I'm lightheaded. It's really bad, actually. Gotta be more careful with it. Yeah, make sure to breathe, y'all. It's very important. To anyone watching this now in the future, make sure you've taken a breath. Because it's very important. What is this? That's probably fine. I don't know, man. Oh no, wait. That's why. I thought I had wet wash selected. I was like, why is it not doing what it did before? Because I didn't have it on. I have a bad idea. It was a bad idea. Okay, so value does not affect this brush. It's good to know now. I'm learning nothing. It's not doing it, you know? It's not doing what I need it to do, so I need to find a brush that will. But I don't know what brush to use. Dry gouache, thin gouache, maybe pointillism? Why is it light though? Not that. Not that. Do I have it darker? Do I have it set to darker? Now I do. Oil paint will work for now. That's not it. Let's do textured blender. I don't want to blend it too much because I do kind of like the strokes right here. But then again, like, that's a problem that I have sometimes. I use different brushes and stuff, and then like the rest of it is very clear cut, so having moments like this where it's not matching the rest of the style isn't technically good for the entirety of the composition. So I need to fix that. But I don't want to. That doesn't look that bad. Okay, there we go. Now, real quick. How do we do this? How do we do this? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this. Actually, okay. I know what to do. We're gonna take this, we're gonna duplicate it, right? I'm gonna hide one of them. I'm gonna pull this down. Over here. And then we're gonna combine this there. Let me let me do one thing before I do that. Grab this color. Okay. And then grab the other color. Might as well. Might as well. From there, we will merge these down, then merge this down. Now it's in black and white. Then we do this, we hit overlay and see if it works. And if not, we cry. I think it's supposed to do it with overlay. Increase the brush size. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Wait, I didn't do something right. Forgot to color some of these parts. So I need to go back and do that. It's fine. That'll be relatively easy. Honestly, actually. It's way easy. Here's what we'll do. Wow. Okay. How do I do it? How do I do it? Okay, I know what to do. I totally know what to do. Go here, do that, and everything that is that color. That's what we need to make sure to have selected. Make sure we're on the right layer. We are. Oh, fill with that. But yeah, basically that's an easy fix. But yeah, we did it! Okay, finished, have fun. Yeah, I'll have fun, I'll have fun. Oh, big stretch. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. For the most part, it's just like filling in the areas that I need to fill. And so we'll probably continue this next time. From the rest, it'll just be like applying colors as needed. Trying to think of a quicker way to do it. Wait, maybe. Oh my gosh, big brain time, it works. There we go, there we go. We win. We win. I don't know what we win, but we're winning. There we go. Now we can go to color history. If we do this on overlay. Yeah, the hair looks not bad. And then for the skin, it would be something closer to... Hold on, let me do this. And then... color wheel. Closer to orange. Probably around this color. Make it smaller. Yep, it'll work. We did it. That's the first time actually like following through with that method. Usually I get bored and then don't do it. I will leave the music to you. Oh, what music? Alright, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I am dead tired. Like, I'm actually pretty sleepy. Go and do that. Welcome in, Gas of Grass. Welcome to the end of the stream. Oh, man. Okay, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. I think that's the third time saying that, so yay, 3 in a row. That's what, a turkey in bowling? Is it? What's a turkey? It's whenever you get 3 strikes, so it's 3 in a row. So yeah, it counts as a turkey, I guess, to some extent. With that, drink and milk, eat your vegetables, don't talk to strangers, or at least try and use your best judgment. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to be doing Node Core, not Node Craft. I put it on the schedule as Nerd Craft because I'm... I'm a buffoon and I didn't spell check. But yeah, I will see y'all then. It's like gonna be pretty interesting. It's like Minecraft, but you have to build everything from scratch. So I'm not at all prepared, but luckily I'll have a guide, so I hopefully won't get that stuck. But yeah, with that, stay safe, and yeah, bye. You're a buffoon, you say. I am. A total unadulterated clown. Just absolute honk honk moments. Alright, bye!